we went into it with no experience in television whatsoever, and made a tremendous number of mistakes for the first year. I mean,
crap. Well, that's fine. Wrong thing. Alrighty. Well, let's just do it. Alrighty. Let's get this thing going. Let's bring in the guests.
Yes, my obligation to this shitty YouTube channel is almost over. I can finally escape his sex dungeon. Wait a minute. This mic on? Nothing? Nothing. Just ignore that last bit.
I am not raping you. Come on. I don't want to do that. I'm terrible, but I'm not. Why would I do that? I'm not attracted to scalies.
Well, now if I don't know if I should be offended or a sigh of relief.
How about the latter? Why would you be offended? I am not late. I am 3 minutes after the time.
And yes, he's exactly here what he needs to be.
Alright, let's bring in the other guy.
Yeah.
Hello. I am so glad we're almost finished with this.
Yep. No, I have immense amounts of respect, or Mr. Cavill. Since when somebody says this,
when it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
Oh, get wrecked.
Yes. Yes, he has my undying respect for that.
Yep. Honestly, like, I have a few lady crushes. I don't have any guy crushes. Thank you. I just have, like, guys that I think are aesthetically pleasing.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, let's bring in the others.
That's what that means now.
Welcome, Becca.
Yep, that's me.
Hello, Becca.
Hello, how's it going?
I haven't seen you since the last time we're on the stream.
How's it going, me lovely? Top of the morning, pip and all that.
Please no. Stop. We're already going to suffer.
Yep.
Don't need this.
I have suffered enough through this show.
I don't want it.
Oh, please.
Hey, at least they
did yourself from the earth.
You guys, you see, when they said they wanted the real thing, they actually killed me and brought me back to life. So I am the one who wants the most relief from this miserable existence.
I don't want it. She's the queen.
I never have.
Alrighty, let's bring in
existence are having a meltdown right now.
Let's bring in the others, and let's get this show on the road.
No comment.
Well, that voice got some whiplash. Some tail lash.
I don't want it. I don't want it. That's what you say.
Well,
I
too
don't
bad
want
you're
it.
going to take it up the. I mean, nothing.
Shut up and die.
And we have
I
one
have-
last. One
What's
more
dead may
guest.
never die.
Bother.
One more guest. Please welcome.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me.
All hail God Emperor Cavill.
Yes.
Have I ever
Yes.
talked about my new pet rock, Genode?
Oh God!
All right,
Shut up.
let's get this over with so I can get back to Castlevania Season 4.
Why are you here? Just go back to Castlevania.
Castlevania just dropped?
Yeah, came out today, Season 4.
Apparently,
Wait, there's a TV show for that?
Astronaut Fred Randall.
Yes, there is a TV show for Castlevania. It's been going for years.
I thought that was just some NES game way back in the day. SNES.
No, there's a Netflix TV show.
And it's really good. Way better than this shit.
Yes.
But
Let's get started, shall we?
but these faces in these performances.
Oh god, this is going to be torment.
Oh, the best
Yeah.
part is. Oh, the best.
already
Well,
coming.
the best part is it's animated, so they don't have to have that excuse. And it's 2D animated, which is even better. Like, please, hashtag bring back 2D animation, please.
Hashtag 2D animation forever.
What? Hibbert's book is animated now?
Oh
especially
no!
Disney because that was their specialty.
I mean, like, we kind of like most of like 2D animation is kind of Netflix and DC's gig now, and it's like hyper violent, which is kind of hilarious.
Celinda wants the screaming reaction video.
Yeah, I just found it somewhere. Like, just somebody gave it to me as their intro, or one of the things as their intro. The other one was this.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I fucking love that movie. The part with the fucking when the Hamilton, not the Hamilton. You know who's the actor I'm talking about? The Star Wars person.
Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher character just tries to blow them up and stuff, and they act like nothing happened. Like, oh well, you know.
That's unfortunate.
Yikes.
Well,
Yeah, we'll just get going on this shitty book.
Yep. And let's try to keep it like. The nice thing is, I've got a few things. Whenever we get mad, I can use this.
No.
Whenever
Done.
we use this, I
Done.
can use what?
The real thing is the best. Are you really? That's only gonna make me angrier.
Well, what this?
Fuck you, 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 fuck you!
I feel like I
Yeah.
am turning green. Wait a minute. I am turning into my sibling.
Anyway,
It's because
let's just,
I'm green, isn't it?
anyway, let's just start.
Yep.
You don't have to be here.
Isaac Hempstead Wright.
Wait, you're
I
turning into
can't
Ray
imagine. Yes, I can't imagine his government is a barrel of laughs. But this place sure is.
I mean, it sure is a barrel of laughs. I mean, if you break
Well,
it down structurally.
Come
I
on,
think
we
it
have.
would be, actually.
Well, considering we have party animal Braun, Sir Braun, what else is it going to be?
Well, I mean, he can stare. He can watch anything from his weirwood nest. We can see all this stuff and just laugh at it. You know.
I mean, I don't know what he's doing besides looking at porn on the Westeros.net.
Well, and
That's
the nice thing is,
probably funny.
the thing is, since he's king, He can just watch it live now. He can just say, "Hey, babe."
Look, this is the first live stream of Pornhub.
Anyway, I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
It might be quite serious, and I guess for all intents and purposes, Westeros is now a surveillance state, as Bran knows everything everybody's doing. Perhaps there will be something missing in having a real emotive leader.
No!
Which is a useful quality in a king or queen as well. At the same time, you can't really argue with him. He's like, no, I know everything.
That is so boring and irritating.
Very
emoting.
yeah.
No.
Also, it's fairly awful.
Yeah.
It is
These
pretty
performances,
awful,
these
yeah.
faces, not again.
Let's not talk over each other. Let's wait till he finishes with a paragraph, and then we
No,
can talk.
I will
He
not.
did finish the paragraph, actually.
What?
He did finish the paragraph.
Up yours,
Yeah, sure.
done.
Well, like I just remember like you screaming out "no" at the emotive.
I am triggered.
Then
funny though,
control
it's
your
on the-
triggering.
What? You tell me. You told me to stop my triggering, huh? Oh, okay. You know what? All right. I'll show you how to stop my triggering.
Okay, Westeros is now a surveillance state.
Yep.
Yeah. And
It's
honestly,
almost like Isaac's kind of noticing the fact that there's something missing here. There's something not quite right in the idea that Bran is king, and he's sort of not quite going as far as really logic goes, but he's going, yeah, this is
this is like Hydra 1 Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
It
not a
basically
happy
is.
ending.
Sorry, Valerian.
Oh, I'm just saying, this is not a happy ending unless you're Bran.
Or Sansa, technically.
Is Bran even Bran? It's just a robot.
He's King Bran Hatton.
Yeah,
The supercomputer that has no feelings.
Yeah.
lovely.
He's the allied master computer from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Let it scream, baby.
Have any of you read that story, by the way?
Can't say that I have.
It's pretty horrifying.
Really. I know like it's just kind of like Movie Bob said that like whatever like Lovecraftian horror the Three-Eyed Raven is. And like yeah, Three-Eyed Raven's kind of a Lovecraftian horror entry, but we don't really know much about it. It's kind of other than like it's kind of just funny to like, oh, Mr. Movie Bob, why is it that you're like saying like it's you're saying it's rushed, but you're saying the story made sense. It's just like, oh, you're so cute.
So,
and also
oh yeah, the
vaguely
guy that
horrifying.
ate McDonald's. I forgot about him.
Oh yeah.
so,
Diabito.
Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah.
so Bran is Bran flu now.
I think so, yeah.
Lovely.
And it's just like he's clearly like going to be abusing his powers to just, since he did barely anything useful with his powers during the long night.
He did
Yeah, I could
absolutely nothing useful with his powers.
I could imagine him just being an absolute fucking melon. Like, he just doesn't even do anything. He'd be like, well, it's just the way it's meant to be. Just watching somebody get stabbed to death and their child's getting killed. And they're like, it's just how it's meant to be.
He worked.
Or go for it, sorry.
I was just saying, he worked some ravens. What are you talking about? He didn't do anything. He worked some ravens.
Oh, yeah, I rest my case. Never mind.
Well, maybe one. What? I think he just totally looks at Targaryen porn. Like that's what I think that he just looks like. I think that's what he's going to be doing all day.
Does he know? Did he look up what Daenerys did to me underneath that pyramid? Oh no!
Nope. No comment. Probably better move on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's,
Good idea.
all right.
David fucking Benioff. It's what Bran says in that scene. Why do you think I came all this way? We've been following his storyline.
What do you think I came all this
way? With Arya, we see she had an incredibly important role in destroying the Night King because you threw it in there at the last moment.
David Benioff, go home, you're drunk. Literally,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
probably
he
drunk.
clearly is.
He's always drunk.
In that
You
case,
are
you
a
should have just
pathetic
stayed home.
chunky.
It becomes Queen of the North. Well, yeah, because you wrote down a fucking piece of toilet paper with your shit.
Let the chap finish his paragraph and then we can comment some more.
No.
Yeah, let's go. And Sansa becomes Queen in the North. Okay. What have Bran's experiences led to? There had to be some purpose for all these things he's gone through. We try to avoid the prophecies for the most part. But there's something about Bran you can't avoid. He has
He's a
chosen-
plot device. Yes,
Yes.
we can't avoid.
Yeah, it's not like you managed to avoid his powers for the entire season. He has chosen to be the three-eyed raven, and to what end?
We don't know.
If that didn't lead to something incredibly consequential, it would feel anticlimactic. Oh,
Well,
because it
yeah.
didn't do that
Oh
already.
boy.
Well,
You
yeah.
don't- can't say that twice.
Anticlimactic already.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
But if Bran's story was that good, then why would you cut it?
Here, let me take over for a bit then. Well, after I have to write the screenshot the next bit. The more I thought about do the thing.
Right. The more I thought about do the thing, done.
Done? Done, Shab?
Eh.
Thank you.
Give me a sec. I gotta screenshot this.
The more I thought it made perfect sense.
The more I thought about it, the more I thought about it, the more fuck you and your words. The more I thought it made sense. Perfect. Fuck me.
Who's this Shab again? Oh, who's
No,
talking
thanks.
now? Is this Isaac Hempstead again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Isaac
Okay.
again.
Okay, the more I maybe no, I think it's more fucking Hibbert's shitty editing. I think it makes it fucking
No,
throws me
it is.
through a loop.
It is Isaac. It is Isaac.
It is Isaac.
The more I thought about it, the more I. Okay, what does it repeat itself twice?
The more I thought about
No.
it, the more I thought it made perfect sense. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because that's fucking fucking me up. He's an ideal person to be in control of everything.
What?
By definition, he is level-headed and totally impartial, armed with the entire knowledge of history, which is quite useful. I think he's really a good king.
Isaac, have you,
I can't even
never
keep
seen
myself
any
composed.
It's
One at a time,
No.
please. One at a time,
Dumbest
please.
shit ever.
One at a time, please.
Has he never seen like a dystopian film ever, where it's like, oh, we have the perfect leader. It's
Well-
this impartial person with no emotions, therefore cannot make human error, and then the whole world goes to shit.
Level-headed. He's not even a
Level-headed, yeah, that's-
person.
level-headed apparently means catatonic.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's like, is this
If I may
guy?
make
Has
a
this guy seen
comparison-
a?
Like to be level-headed, you have to be sentient.
Pardon?
Has
What
this
is
guy?
that?
Does this guy have any familiarity with
Fun chap.
post-apocalypse? at
Yeah.
Help us.
Shush
May I
people,
make a
shush
comparison?
People. Yeah, shush people. Let them talk.
okay, this reminds me of King Arthur's backstory from Fate's Day Night, where they divorced everything human from themselves in order to be the best king.
Fuck that.
That's what that quote says to me.
Yeah.
All right, shall we continue on?
Yep.
David
Yeah,
Benioff.
David fucking
Hey,
Benioff.
I was reading now. It is my
if
turn.
you can't keep your composure, then I'm reading.
Sorry, fucking Brand's actor is like really weird with his wording.
Bright Lord, you can decide whose turn it is.
I'll just read. It's fine. I'll read.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay. It's a fruition of Varys's hopes all along. Who's going to think about what's best for the realm in order to be that disinterested in self and family? It almost takes someone who isn't human because we have all those flaws and weaknesses. Interesting.
Has this guy seen the Terminator movies or something?
Okay, what is the editing of this fucking book? It's like the paragraph before. It's like he's a level-headed person, totally impartial, and then David Benioff's here is like he's not even a real person. He's not even human.
There is no editing.
Yeah,
there is no editing. Yeah.
What?
Editing is for 8th grade book reports.
I guess James Hibbert kind of forgot about editing.
I think a major weird thing is just like disinterested in self and family. You got to be interested in something in order to rule. It just seems like Bran's not interested in anything.
Like if you don't care about anything, you have no motivation to do anything.
Like
So
he's
you
just
can
gonna
just watch it burn.
be standing there.
And that makes
Sitting
the
there.
worst kind of thing.
This book is one big screaming meme. Or actually, no, several big screaming memes. I'll take that back.
Yes, multiple screaming memes. Like
Sansa Stark has a long Sansa Stark.
It's like every single story about the sentient computer that wipes out the human race. Like this is it.
And then here comes Bran with the bestest ending.
Who has a worse story than Bran the Broken?
You're on
Well,
great.
Dany does.
Kill yourself
Okay.
now, Todd.
Yeah.
Good point. Euron does have a worse story.
Give me a wooden stake and be
Dany
done with
has a
this
worse
idiot
story.
vampire. Sansa Stark has long sought a sense of security and stability for herself, for her home, and for the North, the Queen of the North. Appropriately enough, she was named Queen of the North. No, you're wrong. Which would now be independent kingdom, and she was crowned at Winterfell. No, everything is wrong. She is the bitch of the North who just got it because.
Yeah, she did nothing to deserve this.
It's kind of funny that like Benioff says that he like it's either Benioff or Weiss that he says like his favorite character is Sansa, and at the end Sansa gets to become queen in the North because she asked her brother for it.
Well, wouldn't it be really fucking nice if, like, she actually in the books does something really cool and something really heroic and awesome and something that reflects her character arc, and you're like, wow, she actually gets a good ending and she gets to be queen in the North, and you're like, oh wow, she really earned that. I love Sansa. No,
You know,
fucking so annoying.
You know what
That paragraph sounded.
What?
That paragraph sounded nonsensical to me.
I know.
It
I was
is.
having trouble reading it.
It is nonsensical.
Like I was hoping it wasn't me being bad at reading. It was just the paragraph is badly put together.
Yep.
Incomprehensible. Oh my goodness.
I wanted to-
Edward, you fail.
There was one thing I wanted to say before we continue. Is that like the tone deaf nature of the way they filmed season 6 made it seem like Sansa wanted Jon dead because she was a really petty person. She wanted the North to herself. And like the way the season 8 even was filmed, it makes it seem like that.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's so dumb. It's like the showrunners don't even realize what they're doing. It's kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Sophie Turner. Ever since the end of season 1, Sansa has not been about the capital and being queen.
Oh,
She
okay.
knows her place is in the North, and she can rule the people of the North and rule Winterfell.
How?
She has no desire to be ruler of the Seven Kingdoms. She's probably capable with the help of her family, badly written, and advisors like Tyrion, but on her own... what the fuck? But on her own, but I'm sure she'd feel out of her depth. I thought it was an awesome way to end.
Hey, and you shit on me for my first paragraph reading.
What the fuck is this editing?
Hey, take that, you fucking asshole! You try to make me sound bad with my reading of the first paragraph, and here you over here fucking it up. Too.
No, I criticized you
I don't
because you
think
couldn't
that
keep your
sentence is
composure.
structured properly.
Yeah.
No, that's probably because it's spoken and you didn't edit it.
Alrighty. Let's keep going.
All
There are
right.
6 pages left.
All right.
Do you want me to have a go?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it, Valerian. We'll just swap out paragraphs.
Yeah, here we go. We're up to Brian Cogman now, right? Brian Cogman. In the pilot, Sansa's main function was informing members of her family and the audience that the only thing she wanted was to get out of Winterfell and go live in the big city and become queen. Except a very different kind of queen than the one she ended up being. So Sansa's storyline was always meant to have a note of triumph at the end, especially after all that she went through in the middle of the series. It was appropriate that it became full circle at the end. She was the only Stark left in Winterfell and leads the North into this new chapter. Next page, please. She's the best hope for the North's future.
No. Wrong. Go die in a hole, you piece of shit.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask a question here. And it's going to be a narrative question. How does Sansa earn being queen in the North?
Oh my god, exactly.
I got the answer. David Dan kind of forgot.
She makes faces?
She didn't?
Littlefinger helped did all the work.
Let's just remove the memes, okay?
Yeah.
Is there any narrative reason for why Sansa earned being queen in the North?
No. Without the memes, we can't explain anything.
I mean, the only thing negative one, she suffered a lot of stuff, but then other people did too.
Exactly.
And then
These
John said, "Hey."
dimwits treat Sansa's suffering as a justification for her becoming queen in the North, rather than any of her own decisions.
What about Daenerys then? Why didn't she get the crown too?
Because she's
if
evil.
We're going by that logic. Oh, damn.
Because she's because she's psychotic, and she's always
she's a damn crazy Targ.
Yep, it's all in their blood.
Yeah, it's all in the genes.
Yep, it's all in the genes. If you're a Targaryen and you were born of incest, you're fucked.
Yep.
You better not even try. Just kill yourself. I mean, that's it. If anybody's in the chat that's born of incest, you just kill yourself, because according to Game of Thrones, you're just fucked. You're just gonna go crazy. You're just gonna go into a hospital and just murder everybody.
Clearly.
Yep. What an enlightened and inspiring concept.
Nothing you matter does, and you're worthless. So go away.
Yeah, just don't exist.
I just love how you use the word triumph. It's like triumph.
Yeah.
Triumph over what? Yeah.
Yeah, like it implies. Sorry.
Oh, go for it. Sorry. No, you
It-
finish.
It implies that she's achieved something, that she's done something, that she's worked towards something, rather than standing there while Littlefinger does stuff. It's like, oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
That's probably because the show treated her as the good guy for like 6 seasons.
Even
7.
7 seasons.
I'll tell you what, I remember like watching a video from what's his name, Quinn, the Ideas Around
Quinn.
Fire guy, and I remember him talking about it. This was before season 8, talking about how the show treats Dany wrong, because they treat her too much like she's a perfect princess. And in the book, there's much more implication that she's not perfect and that she has flaws and that she could go a dark path if she went down a character arc if that so happened, but that's very unlikely to work in the show. And then lo and behold, season 8 happened and they didn't even try to lead it down a path. They just went boop.
It wasn't even all of season 8. It was just episode 4, 5, and 6.
Well, yeah, but still, like, yeah.
It was
she was
literally
she was no less of a good guy than Jon Snow by the end of episode 3.
If not more so, in fact.
Yeah. She actually said, like, we should go out into the battlefield. Like, this is asinine.
And like Sansa just hid in the crypt.
Yes, that was so annoying.
Oh,
She's
especially after like episode 4, and she's just acting like a complete fucking asshole. Like after the whole battle, like fuck you, die in a hole.
The Dragon Queen is going to cause problems, and like the Dragon Queen is actually doing something.
She's trying to save all of humanity while you're sitting here complaining. Fuck off.
Yeah, Karen Sansa.
Karen Sansa.
Oh boy.
Why do people keep dissing Karen these days?
Somebody give me a Valyrian steel dagger so I can kill myself.
Aren't you all dead?
I don't know why people like. It's just like Karen. Like just Karen has kind of surfaces the meme nowadays, which is funny.
Well, yeah, a lot of people think that it's as offensive as a racial slur when being a Karen is something you do by choice.
I'm going to answer Fighting Expert's question. It'll be twice. One, he physically died, and twice as his character died.
Let's keep going, shall we?
Sophie Turner. I wanted to keep my necklace, the black one with the chain leading down. Oh, where did that go? They wouldn't let me, so I just kept my corset instead. The thing that brought me so much pain.
Oh, lovely.
It's the one thing I had that led me through this experience to the end. On one of my last days on set, I had a moment where I was just walking in my Sansa costume on the grounds of Winterfell and thinking, this is one of the last times I will be here, as Sansa, in your home. Your home, okay. It was this emotional, powerful moment when I really truly appreciated the character and Game of Thrones itself.
I wish I can be like you.
This is a little bit emotionally manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what's the big deal about her corset?
I don't.
It's probably a movie-made corset, which means it's not fitted to her, which means it's going to be painful for her to wear.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's how it goes. They don't actually fit them to the actresses properly, so because that's a lot more expensive. So
yeah, poor girl.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense in the setting. Of course, it would be form-fitting. She's a noble.
Well, no, if they're properly form-fitting, they're actually more comfortable. It's when they're not like adjusted to the specific actress's measurements, if that makes sense. Like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but wouldn't it have made more sense if it was form-fitting?
Well, that's
meaning in universe.
Well, yeah, but in universe they would have been made specifically to her measurements, so it would have been like so it would have been like form-fitting in the right places, if that makes sense, rather than like straight, which what they tend to be in like
real life.
They're too tight in the wrong places and not tight enough in the wrong places.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for the discussion. I think like it's just interesting that they had the Sonic the Hedgehog ring.
Hey, at least if she got hit, she would have been able to survive one hit. So
yeah,
and she would have been able to teleport away.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, man. Arya Stark on the eve of the Battle of Winterfell shared a night with her former traveling companion and friend Gendry, much to his surprise.
Much to his surprise. Isn't that always... It's always a bit of a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah, things conveniently just happen because plot.
It's just... Maisie Williams, I thought the script was a prank. They're like... We haven't done that this year. And I'm like, oh crap, when do I shoot this? I need to go to the gym.
What?
No comment.
This is a part of the pattern where they just make up shit up to the last second.
Oh man, that's
No.
hilarious.
Yeah, note, I thought the script was a prank. Where have you heard that before?
Oh,
Take.
Kid Harrington.
Bran, what's his
yeah,
name?
Bran. Yeah.
Yeah,
Kempston
Isaac
Wright.
Kempston Wright said that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Jon Snow did too when they thought his character was going to stay dead.
I think that's kind of funny that Maisie Williams would be a thing. Dang, I need to go to the gym. I need to look good.
Yes, no comment.
Macy, you deserve so much better than this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves better than those two.
David and Dan were like, "It's the end of the world. What else would you have her do?"
Train?
Yeah, I'm just like, wow. I think I don't throw this card very often, but that's a little bit sexist.
Very sexist.
I mean, yeah, what else could she do? If you're a girl and it's the end of the world, what else are you going to do?
I mean, I guess.
One at a time, please. Becca first, then Neff.
I guess if they said it to Gendry as well, I don't know. Fucking.
Since Joe Dempsey is a very, very handsome young man. Well,
He
handsome
is.
Man. He's a little bit older than me, so at least I think he's older than me. I can't remember.
See, Joe Dempsey is 33.
Okay, so he's a lot older than me. Okay, so he's 8 years my senior.
He's still young, though.
Yeah.
Which means that he was about 10 years older than Macy Williams.
No
I
comment.
believe it's my turn.
Yep.
Am I wrong in thinking that the we're alive sex is supposed to be after they survive the end of the world, not before?
I mean, it can be.
It can be where it's just like, okay, we're probably gonna die. Last chance. Let's do this.
Let's do this. I don't think
Literally.
I don't think that's what the Green Hands mean when they.
This is what I have to say.
Yes. I do remember like their commentary on like the sex scene between the aftermath of the sex scene with what's their Kat and
Ned.
Ned. It was on stream with Roris, and Dave was like, "Oh, you didn't realize that was a sex scene because she's thinking about so many other things besides sex." During that moment, and then like Dave was like, in classic Dave fashion, he's like, "I think he probably just hit it as hard as he could so he could get it over with."
Yep, we're back in no comment territory.
And then just the immediate reaction from Mary Ellen was like, "Oh, Dave," and Roris was like, "Okay, I can't top that. Let's end it there." Yeah, because Roris is a gem. I love Roris. She's great.
Yeah.
All
What was
right.
that? Beep.
Oh,
Was that her?
it's from my LXR thing I got today.
Oh,
What the?
that's gonna be handy.
I imagine it is.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's
Yeah,
keep
you go
going.
ahead, John.
All right. This maybe is a moment where Arya accepts death tomorrow, which she never does. Not today. So it's the moment where she said, "Tomorrow we're probably going to die. I want to know what it feels like before this happens." It was interesting to see Arya a bit more human, speak more about the things people are scared of, and that paved the way for the rest of her story. It obviously
The rest of her story.
That was so it's disgusting. No.
How in God's name does her being a bit more human pave the way for her fucking
I we will be done with it next week. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if it takes 4 hours. We are finishing the next chapter next week and the credits. We are not going to stop until we finish on Monday.
Oh, that's going to be a riot.
Yeah. Okay. Joe Dempsey. It's obviously slightly strange for me since I've known Maisie since she was 11, 12 years old.
Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yes. No comment.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of that weird moment. Yeah, it's kind of like, I actually had a weird moment. I kind of had a weird moment like that where I actually had something weird like that happen to me where it's like, I actually like, so one of the things about my bishop's wife is that she's actually like a really, really nice, sweet person who's trying to like facilitate dates between the people there. And actually, like one of my little sister's friends came and she's like, "Hey, she just barely break up with her girlfriend, with her boyfriend. You should probably ask her out." As like, I knew her when he was a kid when she was playing with my little sister. She's
Oh God, no. No.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone felt more or less the same as Joe Dempsey when that section actually happened.
Can I point out a couple of things in the chat? One from CT and blah, blah, blah. Ow, my brain cells. And that's the other one. You got the other one already. The more human is hit it and quit it. You got that one already.
Oh, come on, that is so disgusting.
Lock up your daughters,
just like Jamie.
Oh, sorry. Lock up your daughters because we're going to hit it and quit it.
Just like Jamie.
Ja.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so Hollywood.
See you at the Gastables, ja.
Okay, at the same time, I didn't want to be patronizing to Maisie. She was a 21-year-old woman, so we just had a lot of fun with it.
No comment.
Okay, Maisie Williams. David and Dad were like, you can show as much or as little as you want in the scene, so I kept myself pretty private. I don't think it's important for Arya to flash. That's actually really funny. That's actually
it is.
Maisie Williams is funny. I love Maisie. Maisie Williams is funny, and also like it's funny because my little sister actually looks like Maisie Williams. It's really funny.
Do you want to wash the dishes? Not today.
Yeah. Okay. And this beat wasn't really about that, and everybody else had done it on the show, so they did it, and I didn't need to. That's an odd sentence. At the beginning of the filming of the scene, everyone's really respectful. No one really wants to make you uncomfortable, which kind of makes you feel more uncomfortable because no one wants to look at anything they shouldn't, which in turn makes you feel like you look awful because everyone is kind of like looks away. You want everyone to people to act more normal. Okay.
But that is normal.
I guess so.
Someone clipping their nails.
Then by the end, we were rushing to finish the scene, and David and I was like, okay, you're going to come in and do this and do that, and great, take your top off, and then walked off. I'm like, okay, let's do it. I don't know why I find that funny, but that's just really funny.
I can imagine her being quite like excitable going through that as well. She's just going like, all the way through.
Yeah, because Maisie Williams is just kind of an adorable, like sweet girl.
Everyone knows we needed this comic relief.
Yeah. Arya journeyed to King's Landing, intending to kill Cersei and cross a big name on her death list.
Oh, right, because she just abandoned her family. The very next scene after she said, "Oh, who cares about allies? We have family."
Yeah. In several ways, Arya had been on a path similar to Daenerys.
What did you say? Similar to Daenerys? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, except only more so. She was more of a psycho. I mean, Dany wasn't really a psycho until episode 5. Then Arya was a psycho already in season 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Yeah, they're both heroic young women who were victims of terrible tragedies who then became increasingly skilled at survival. Yeah. Also murderous and apathetic.
Apathetic?
Did you say murderous and empathetic? Is that what you just said?
Apathetic.
Oh, apathetic.
How
Oh,
are these two apathetic?
That doesn't describe Dany very well.
No, it doesn't.
You're kind of a murderous, and I don't really care kind of way.
I mean, they kind of make Dany look really apathetic by having Emilia Clarke stand around with a blank expression all the time.
These faces, these performances.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine being murderous in an I don't really care kind of a way?
Yeah.
Nah, she's pretty passionate about killing people.
Yeah. Like she seems like she enjoys killing Walder Frey like a lot. And I bet a lot of people were cheering at that moment because a lot of people, and justifiably hate Walder Frey.
They picked the perfect person to play him too.
Yeah, Filch from Harry Potter.
Yep.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's also Huron the Barbarian in the Color of Magic miniseries.
Yay.
Good old David Bradley.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you get to see him in a loincloth in all his glory.
No comment.
Pardon me.
You are really trying to kill me, aren't you?
Well, maybe we should watch the series then.
No, I don't think.
Done. Go.
No.
Yourself. You. Oh, I have so much more to say.
Alrighty. When Arya poisoned a feast at House Frey in revenge for the Red Wedding, it was at the opening of Season 7. It wasn't unlike Daenerys' crucifying as the Masters. They're evil as a group, yes, but what about as individuals? Did everybody at the banquet deserve the same fate? Arya halted a serving girl from drinking her poison wine bowl if she hadn't been right next to her. I don't think that was a serving girl.
See, that is an implication that is actually quite prevalent, but you chose not to show it.
Also, isn't that his wife, not the serving girl?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't think you have serving girls sitting right next to you if you're a lord.
So who is saying everything in this paragraph? Is this, what's his name, Hibbard?
Yeah,
this is Hibbard, I think.
So he's sort of admitting that Mad Arya confirmed kind of thing, that argument that we'd be making.
Yep.
No, but you see, Valerian, she was humanized because she had a sex scene.
Oh, so if Dany had a sex scene in season 8, then she wouldn't have killed all those people. Fair enough.
But then it got reversed immediately because then she decided to go and kill Cersei. So, but I guess it humanized her enough to like listen to the Hound. I don't fucking know.
This is too deep for me.
Yeah.
If I think about this little part anymore, my brain might fucking explode.
Help.
Help.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah. Brian Cogman. Both of the Stark girls were taken to the edge where humanity can be lost. They came right up to that cliff and came back. The final season for Arya was deconstructing this darker persona she's had to acquire and rediscovering a bit of her lost humanity.
What?
What is the hell? Yes.
What? Fuck?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Okay, what the fuck is this? The
What
darker
the hell is
persona
this?
she's had to acquire. Oh, you mean the one that showed up randomly in season 7 and disappeared just as quickly?
Where is
the
this?
arc to a redemption for Arya? There was none. There was
Where
none.
where the fuck was that?
Where the fuck was that?
Thank you, Dragon.
What's an
Perfect
arc?
cue.
Pardon me, what's an arc?
Arcs are for 8th grade book reports.
That's the thing from Halo, or
arc
that's
is
the
the
thing
thing-
from the book where the arc saves all the animals. You know.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Now I understand everything.
Yeah.
And an arc is sometimes when two pieces of metal come together and they, the two.
They do the bow chicka wow wow.
Oh, good lord.
Well, I mean, that's where Dun's mind going. I was talking about like electricity and stuff, like an arc,
Let's keep going. Arya had her final conversation with the Hound. After witnessing so much horror and devastation, she changed her mind.
She changed her mind. That's it.
That's deep.
What do I even say about this? I mean, what do you say? That hasn't been said 1,000 times before.
You say, woo!
She made the opposite choice from Daenerys to embrace life over death.
David Benioff, please go yourself.
Yeah, I think that this is appropriate right now.
Fuck you, 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 fuck you!
You think we're just simple-minded little pieces of shit, don't you? You little fuck.
Yes.
Okay,
Whatever
the
we
opposite
fucking
choice from Daenerys, like it literally would have made more sense if their choices were reversed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she made the opposite choice from Daenerys to embrace life over death at the exact same moment in the series. It was not a move that gave fans what they wanted, but arguably gave Arya what she needed, and she nearly got killed by Dragonfire. And it's
Here's the thing. You know, when it comes to revenge stories, a lot of them have this, theme of. There's a reports that once you've actually gotten your revenge, you're not actually fulfilled.
Yeah, there's often kind of like a weird cognitive dissonance where it's just like, oh my gosh, isn't this action so awesome, and then like, well, the revenge is bad, folks. Remember that.
Yeah, but
and the show
when
can't
you're
even
going
decide.
When you're going after revenge, you dig two graves. One for the person you're getting revenge on, and the other for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the show couldn't even get that right.
Yeah. Maisie Williams, I wanted her to kill Cersei, even if it meant she dies.
Honestly, that would have made more sense if you wanted Arya to be a tragic character.
It would have definitely made more sense. I mean, seriously.
Even up to the point she's with Jaime, I thought he's going to whip off his face and be revealed to Arya, and they were both going to die. I thought that's what Arya's drive had been.
Yeah, it was Arya's drive.
Someone's been reading fan theories.
Someone's been reading a better script.
Someone's reading a better script.
There was some like secret writer in the back trying to. It was like a little rebellion in the writing area.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, Lena Headey. I lived that fantasy of an Arya Cersei confrontation as well. When I read the script, oh my goodness, it wasn't just fantasy. It's funny. That's actually really funny.
Oh wow.
Oh man,
this book is just littered with stupid.
There were chunky scenes, and it was nothing that I dreamed about. It was a bit of a come down, and you have to accept that it wasn't to be.
No, you don't have to accept that it wasn't to be, because that's fucking stupid.
That's the hands of the writers. They
the thing
decide
is,
that.
Lena Headey's British, so I think that come down isn't. Becca, you're British. Is come down like your version of letdown, or how does it work?
I don't use it myself, but yeah, kind of, not really. Sort of, it works. In
This is the first. Anyway. This is the first time I've seen that.
Yeah, me too.
Come down. I think I've heard that.
Yeah,
we have some weird Britishisms.
I know. I have some really gutter thoughts when I first heard that word.
Okay, when I Google it, it is it's a phase of drug withdrawal. Okay, calm down is sometimes used to refer to the following day's hangover from drug taking or drinking.
To me, when I hear I hear like a letdown, except I think of it as being hyphenated. Spelling it kind of weird. all one word like that.
I know you're so disappointed. Not even jacking off can satisfy you anymore.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going. The Hound said, "You want to be me. That's what you want. You want to live your life like me." In my head, the answer was, "Yeah, I guess." But I guess sleeping with Gendry and seeing Jon, she realized she's just not fighting for herself anymore, but for her family.
No.
Can I point out?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I point out how very stupid it is that the Hound is telling her not to become him when she's already well past him?
Yeah. She's kind of like, the Hound has less of a, like, has done less psychopathic things than her.
The thing is, you can't make the excuse that sleeping with Gendry and seeing Jon convinces her of anything, because she leaves right after talking to Jon for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
We
I
don't
agree
even
that the
know
Hound
why.
is the right person to talk to her about this because he has that, connection with her and stuff and such. But like, he should be talking her back, not saying "Don't follow me." Like, but that's clever dialogue.
Yeah, why don't they talk at all on the road? It's a pretty long way from King's Landing.
Well, no, Andraste, that's dumb because they went through a traveling portal from Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
They just teleported there.
Look, Preposterous is full of portals like that.
Yeah.
Preposterous.
Yes.
You.
Yep. That's what I call it. In my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was way funnier than it had any right to be.
It is very preposterous. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically just this whole description. I'm just
not impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just this
Very
justification.
not impressed.
Yeah. All these human emotions she hasn't felt in a long time. When the Hound asked her that, she has another option. All of a sudden, there were so many more things in my life that I can live for, that I can do, that I can see. It was a shock for me. Then I realized there were other things I could play and bring her back to being a 16-year-old again.
Wait, why couldn't you have some sort of other reason for this? Like, why is this the reason she just turns it back?
Yeah. Let's keep going. Arya said farewell to a love-struck Gendry, rejecting his offer of a domestic life. That's not me. Maisie Williams. Oh, go for it, sorry.
Sorry. I thought that we were supposed to be humanizing her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of forgot.
Just go with the flow.
Arya had always been a lone wolf. She's always felt a bit of a misfit in her family. I don't think being a partner is what would make her feel the most at home or the most fulfilled. They'd probably look at each other at like a friend's wedding and say, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you." Interesting.
Wouldn't she be banged up already?
Why?
Like
why is she? Why does she not? Why doesn't she care about her family?
Guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to be a misfit; it's another thing to not care.
Yeah.
Besides, didn't she just get banged up
Very
by
much so.
Gendry?
Yeah. There's kind of a theory that, like, she's got a little stag baby in her belly.
Yeah. She cares, and then she doesn't care, and then she cares, and then she doesn't. But the other thing worth noticing, which I've mentioned before, is how very Hollywood Westerosi morality is.
Yeah.
Very 21st century Hollywoody kind of thing.
Yes,
especially by the later seasons.
Yeah,
especially like Tyrion. Like Tyrion from like season 2, he blows up a bunch of ships with wildfire. People are burning and shit. He's like, yeah, that's a victory. I'm proud. And then season 7, Tyrion's watching the Field of Fire, the Battle of the Gold Road, that thing they took from Dragon.
Oh yeah, that too. I was thinking of their sexual morality and how hey, let's just casually bang and
I mean, a fire turns you on. I mean, Blarion, that's your thing.
No.
Come on.
Also in quotation marks.
Come on.
No
Come on.
comment.
Valerian is not Aerys Targaryen in disguise. Or is he?
Done. He burns
Yes.
down cities for the hell of it.
No, for aesthetic reasons.
Okay, so he
He
is
needs
Aerys
a-
Targaryen. Let's go with that.
Let's just keep going, guys.
Well, the point I was
Yeah.
bringing up is Tyrion's like, oh, I am proud, because even in season 7, he was proud of that moment. You know, the wildfire scene from season 2. He even mentions it, like
But then-
you almost took the city. Like, I did this. And then later in season 7, it's like, oh my god, all these peoples are burning. How horrible.
Yeah. All right. Instead, Arya sets sail for destinations unknown to explore what's west of Westeros. A young woman going into the hostile unknown, but we know he can take care of himself. Maisie Williams. It's not a Game of Thrones ending. It's like a happy ending for her. Let me take Arya to a place I'd never thought I'd see her go. I hope it doesn't sound too wanky or actory.
No.
Yeah, it's not like her ending was not set up at all beyond a single throwaway line in season 6.
Yeah, that's funny. Jon Snow. Oh, go for it. Sorry.
I can see why she likes it because I guess it's a nice aesthetic ending for her. But
No.
But it's kind of odd that it's just like they kind of said it's going to be a bittersweet ending. It's like not.
Yeah.
How is this a bittersweet ending?
All right, let me take over here for a second. Let me take.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll take over for the next part of the reading.
Yeah.
You guys can finish whatever you're talking about.
No, I'm finished. It's just like
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to read it because of this very first bit. Brian Cogman. Wait, which part did we go off?
No, it's from Jon Snow.
Jon Snow could have become the king of Westeros. Many viewers felt that the reveal of his mysterious parentage teased from the very beginning, from the very first episode, should have had a greater impact on the final season storyline.
Because it should have.
Brian Cogman. It was a subversion of expectations.
Shut up! Carry on, dead chap. Sorry.
Fucking hell.
Give me a sec. I need to take a swig.
Okay. Just for a second, I do want to say something. It does like Mr. Dragon sometimes says like subversion of expectations kind of like got brought in from like Star Wars and stuff, but I kind of think in this case it's just like, yeah, I have to say this does kind of like say, yeah, this is definitely like subversion of expectations. Like if they say it's like. Sorry.
I think it's mostly Brian Cogman because he's more functional than David Benioff. So,
Well, also I think that there's an element of it's not the same as with Star Wars because with Star Wars that was almost a goal. With this, it's more that's the cool thing.
Accidental.
That's the edgy thing. They're leaning into like we're the edgy dragon show. We do the edgy thing that people, and it's not. They're not really using that as their goal. It's just a side thing that's a result of them not writing properly.
how can you be an edgy dragon show when all the dragons are dead?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You can be just like Zack Snyder, who sets
No.
up a 100,000-year Kryptonian empire and then just says, "Oh, it disappeared for no reason."
This massive civilization spans countless galaxy, and it disappeared.
Let's keep going, White.
Yeah, that's fucking great. It was a subversion of expectation. When you have your main character discover that he's meant to be king, on any other show he would have become king. Aww. That's not our show, because our show is absolutely retarded and mentally insane. And go yourself, David Benioff. He was never destined. kill me. Destined for that, but the truth about his parentage does affect the dominoes of the season. I have pizza. Domino's pizza. They're good. Dominoes of the season and how they fell. How fuck me. I'm thinking about pizza. Does affect the dominoes of the season and how they fall. Okay, I don't know if that's me being bad at fucking reading or is that just the wording.
I think it's both.
How they fall. Okay. I think it would better if he would put sentences like not at the end of like at the beginning
Shall
of
I
the
do
next
it?
pair. Huh?
Shall I do it or you?
No,
you wanna do it?
I am ranting about Tibbert's editing. That's what I'm talking about here. I'm just saying, like, why is the end of the sentence at the beginning of the next page, like lying down? Like, stop that. Being able, yeah,
Maybe it's the Kindle formatting too.
yeah,
Maybe.
being able to write a dragon was a factor in the destruction of the net. What? What the fuck? Where
No,
the
it
fuck
wasn't.
was that?
Where are we?
I don't
Being able
know.
to
I'm
ride a
confused. I'm
dragon was a
lost.
factor in the destruction of the Night King, not the
Um,
ultimate factor. It wasn't a factor at all. It
I don't know
accomplished
what the fuck
nothing.
he's talking about. Where are we? What episode are we? I don't know. What universe? I forgot where I'm at.
We're in episode 3 now.
They're talking about episode 3 in relation to episode 6.
No, I know. I'm like, wait, hold on. Where are we at? I'm confused. I'm just getting some serious fucking whiplash over here. Just give me a sec.
It was a factor insofar as they were in the same location.
Okay, it still doesn't make
It's
any
like,
sense.
if you
Anyways,
want
let's
to-
carry on.
If you want to justify John not ending up on the throne, like, how is that the reason?
But okay, but in the war, okay, go for it, White.
Okay, and not the ultimate factor, but the what? He's the factor of the Night King. Okay, not the ultimate factor. Okay, wording. But in the war against the dead, everybody had an essential part to play to get Arya to the right spot.
Oh my god!
And if you took away one element, the Night King would have been victorious. You fucking
Wrong.
lying out your stupid fucking
Wrong.
teeth.
Yeah,
That is
wrong.
such a
Stupid mutt.
freaking run-on sentence.
God damn.
Yeah.
But you're fucking wrong! You're so fucking wrong! You're wrong! You're lying!
Literally everyone in
Arya's-
the Winterfell battle is just fucking wailing at zombies. There's absolutely nothing that leads
Arya
up to Arya.
literally fucking teleported out of the ether.
But John stared at a dragon. He made a face.
Hey, I was terrified. Shut up.
You're wrong. You're
That's-
all wrong.
I
This
thought he
is
was going to
Titan's
shout me
pro-
to death, you know, like the Dragonborn. I
Yeah.
forgot what universe I was in because I kind of forgot.
Well, it's
One at a
easy to
time.
forget in that universe.
I know we're
Preposterous is easy.
angry. I know we're all angry, but we should probably like one at a time.
Okay, okay.
You said
I was just going to say, you're all wrong. This is the tightest writing I've ever seen in a TV show ever. And this was totally all set up and put together
Aw.
like tiny little dominoes that totally all caused each other.
Maybe I'm just
Stand different levels.
maybe
It's just
I'm
the
just
four of us.
upset that I didn't make it to the end
probably, yeah.
You just didn't like the ending.
because I wasn't in it and I didn't get to sit on the Iron Throne.
You're
Yeah.
unhappy with the ending. No, I question your basic writing credentials. This guy isn't a functional adult.
Hey, that's true, and that's also true for David Benioff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute, the Night King would have been victorious, and his parentage was a factor in the chain that. Oh my! I am not going.
Okay, and his parentage was a factor in the chain of events that led Daenerys to her eventual tragic ending.
Okay.
Oh,
It made no
boy.
difference. It made no difference whatsoever, except for Varys dying.
So
It was
because
so forced.
because Dany didn't get to have like satisfy her sex addiction, she went crazy.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the
Team would have
implication.
humanized her.
Hey, Becca,
Yeah.
Def, don't you feel empowered? If you guys don't get if you guys don't get your annual skrilling, you're just gonna go fucking nuts, I guess.
No.
Yep,
What?
clearly.
Oh,
The
good
sex scene would
lord.
have humanized her, and then she would have been like, "Oh yeah," and she wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So I guess
Damn.
like this. So I guess like it doesn't carry over from the end of season 7 where she did bang.
Yeah, clearly
yeah,
not.
What's the
I
word?
forgot.
It expired.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used that up on the battle in Winterfell.
Danny kind of
So-
forgot she had sex on the boat.
So essentially what we're looking at is basically like just like sex is so are we like have we created a meme? Is it like sex gas? Can that become a meme? Like she ran out of sex gas and so she went crazy.
Incidentally, this proves that David is a hero.
Oh, kill me. I don't want to be
Oh,
here.
man, this is fun.
Yeah, you don't understand, Don. Women have to have sex whenever. Except if they don't think I'm bad. What
That's
the
why
fuck?
she was always in the pyramid underneath where I was kept.
Oh.
If she didn't get her annual screwing, she would have just burned her ring down to the ground. I have that in notes. She did horrible things to us. Anyways.
Somebody
Yeah,
make a
Becca,
meme of
Neff, how do you guys feel about the implication that women go crazy if they don't get sex whenever they want?
How true
I
is
am
it?
offended. I find
I'm
it
confused.
very offensive. I find it very offensive. we don't need to be bound to the sex to be able to keep our minds.
I'm amused and confused.
It's like this was like a joke when Mueller said it. Like, oh, she gets upset that he won't put his finger in her bum. I was like,
No!
this book is actually saying that it's
No.
true.
Why did you reference Euron? You fuck.
It's implying that that's the reason. Like, holy shit, you fucking idiots.
He didn't put his fifth finger in her bum, so she's upset.
He turned Dany into an incel.
Six
Just
fingers.
great.
which is just like
Comment.
Amelia Clark is the cutest human being on the face of the earth, apart from maybe Neff. There's no way she's she's probably like got guys queuing around the block to go.
She literally has that happen in the books.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, and honestly, like they should be queuing around the block in Westeros. Have you seen what happened to Rhaena Targaryen?
Have you seen what happened to any princess
Yeah,
in all of Westerosi history?
yeah.
Oh my god. And Bran Stark agreed that punishing Jon Snow was the only way to keep peace with the Unsullied. So
When they
Jon
left-
Snow was sentenced to serve out his days in the Night's Watch at the Wall like Grey Worm, fulfilling Mystany's dashed hope for their future by journeying to Nath.
Jon Snow fulfilled Ygritte's dream that he would embrace a life free of the restraints and responsibilities of a master.
He left this post at Castle Black with his friend Tom and James Bane and headed beyond the wall with the Free Folk, never to kneel again.
That makes no sense. The Free Folk came back south of the wall so they could get fertile lands.
Like,
But also, we started out with him being punished, and it was like, yay, he's free of the restraints and responsibilities of Westeros. It's like,
Who are you protecting? What is the wall for? There's no dead army. The Free Folk are allies. What is there?
what is there to? So it's now like, is the wall Australia now? Is it now just a penal colony?
Apparently.
We have to get
And,
Anomaly on to confirm this.
it's maybe worth noting too that entire sequence of Jon going up to the wall, there's like no dialogue. Nick's not on nothing.
Oh, And the fact that they just fucked off to like NAF and they could just reverse Uno card their entire thing.
Yep.
Yep, and just no dialogue. Just ugh.
Like
The
the
thing
last,
is, the funniest part is, I mean, the funniest part of the whole episode, I think, is Jon's line to Tyrion, "There's still a Night's Watch." Like, there's a giant hole in the wall. The wildlings are their allies now. The army of the dead is gone. So the logical thing to do is just disband it.
They have to
Right,
keep
guys?
the cold at bay. It makes sense.
No.
They're gonna stab at the cold.
Well, at very least, like, do something like you bring along the order and you say, we don't want to disband you because you're like a traditional thing, but we give you a new role of some description, rather than just going, oh, they're just hanging up there.
I just imagine some stupid meme version, and there's like a battle at the wall, but there's nothing there. They're actually literally trying to fight the winter cold, and they're just throwing trebuchets, throwing arrows at the fucking other side of the wall. Stay back!
honestly,
Would literally
I
make
don't
more
want
sense
it.
than the finale.
honestly, like if the wall becomes like just free to use, like just a penal colony, they'll start setting up on the opposite side of the wall and just say, "We own this side of the wall. If you come north, we don't care about you, Bran the Broken. We will shoot you."
It would be
that's
pretty
what they
easy
would
since
do. Like,
he
they
is kind of a villain.
They would turn it into like their own like petty kingdom, the Kingdom of the Wall.
Or the kingdom beyond the wall.
Yeah, the Kingdom Beyond the Wall. Yeah.
Well,
Because they pretty much already have that policy. You know, the world ends at the wall. The king doesn't have authority there.
The kingdom immediately to the south of the wall is actually under Sansa.
Yeah. So that would actually just lead to like so many problems with Sansa's rule. To be perfectly honest.
If she doesn't just get immediately dethroned.
I mean, there's also the obvious problem of like exactly how does it work that people from the southern kingdoms, you know, Bran's kingdom, send people to the wall through. I mean, at the moment, Bran and Sansa, brother and sister. Okay, but like exactly how do you still keep the wall as a thing that the southern kingdoms use?
Let's keep going. Kid Harington, there's no trauma or cheer. He got closure. The closure doesn't necessarily feel joyous. It's just the end of something. There's a satisfaction to it. It's not a happy feeling. At least this is done, and I'll continue to be hurt by this forever, but it's done, and I need to let go of it now. Everyone has told him he belonged in the true north, and he's finally going there. I don't think he's coming back.
I feel the same too.
I choose to disregard that and use my headcanon of Jon will eventually come south to kill the evil King Branhattan.
I mean, do you guys remember last time we mentioned Battlestar Galactica, the ending of that? Where everybody just seems to know that the story is over or get telepathy and know each other's super complex motivations that are never stated in the actual text. This is literally that.
No, but you forgot the one part where
sad.
You're forgetting the one part where Jon rides me and we both take him out together. The new army of the dead, we all just take over.
Yeah, I want
apparently
Jon Snow becomes the new Night King. I want that to happen. Jon Snow becomes the new Night King / King Beyond the Wall and just leads an army south and just says, "Hey, give me my throne back, you douchebags."
Yeah, because you see, I didn't actually die. I just ran away because I had to regroup, and I stole all the Starbucks for Winterfell.
Yeah, let's keep going. Ultimately, the show is about this family that's split apart, finding a way to bring it all back together again. I don't think it's an accident David and Dan ended the series with that montage of Jon and Sansa and Arya going on their separate ways on their new journeys.
Excuse me, I do believe that there was two families, actually. Families.
There's also a secondary problem. Most of the ending after Dany was killed was a last-minute rewrite. Factually.
Yeah, they admit to it.
He
Yeah,
forgot
saying
to
it's all
write an
about-
ending.
Saying it's
Kind
all
of
about the
forgot.
past is kind of.
Kind of forgot.
Indeed.
Indeedio. Indubitably.
I want to die, believe.
Indubitably.
Get on with it.
One of the cleverest things about the ending is it doesn't include everything very neatly. The kingdom is in disarray. Arya is off on her own journey. Sansa's now queen in the north. Bran is now king. The Starks are left unfinished. There's no full stop. There's no period. It's almost as if the world of Game of Thrones exists still somewhere. Wow. And that's it. Dang.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, thank God. Thank
Okay,
God.
I have something to share with you. Share screen.
Oh, we finished it. We're only an hour and a half in. Dang.
Oh wow.
That went quick.
Yeah,
Not
that means
even
that-
an hour and a half in.
Yeah, that means I have time to show you this.
What, we
Yeah.
finished the chapter already? Oh, I guess we did. God help us.
Yeah, renowned fantasy author George R. R. Martin expressed his extreme dissatisfaction with how the writers handled the ending of the TV series Battlestar Galactica, commenting, Battlestar Galactica ends with, God did it. Looks like somebody skipped writing 101 when you learn that a Deus Ex Machina is a crappy way to end a story.
Oh no!
Yeah. Sometimes the journey
Deus
is
Ex
its own
Machina.
reward. I certainly enjoyed much of the journey with BSG. But damn it, doesn't anybody know how to write an ending anymore? Writing 101, kids. Adam and Eve, God did it. It was all a dream. I've seen Clarion students left stunned and bleeding for turning in stories with those endings. And the thing is, chances are, the Game of Thrones ending is even worse.
Yeah. So, why don't we try and finish this book today? We might be able to finish like a good chunk of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, I want to read this. Chapter 32. And now the watch has ended.
Yeah, I wanted to make
Fans
some
were
pizza.
booing. That wasn't good. Except it was because you deserved it.
Oh, God.
Oh, get it. Your ass raped by a barbed wire baseball bat, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, I feel like this is appropriate right
When
now.
it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
Thank
Good
you,
old
Mr.
Henry.
Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a secret. I don't have explicit program. Nothing.
Right, something to say.
Anyway, Game of Thrones cast members waited anxiously backstage at Comic-Con in San Diego, preparing to step in front of 6,000 people and celebrate the show's final season. The show's last episode had aired just 2 months earlier. HBO has scheduled a Final Thrones Comic-Con panel for the San Diego Convention Center's massive Hall H and tapped an unsuspecting journalist, me, to serve as the moderator.
Mr. Hibbert. Oh, shall we talk about? Can we talk about really quickly the fact that they pre-rehearsed that Comic-Con panel?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
So the thing is, this is actually. Let me actually find that. So Mr. Dragon Demands has a video about the fact that there was a little like interview thing that Mr. Hibbert also hosted that is nearly 1-for-1 the same as the Comic-Con panel, and it was before then. It was almost like it was scripted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine why.
Being a journalist. Bullshit.
Also, there's also the thing of Mr. David and Dan chickened out of coming to Comic-Con.
You know shit's real when Neff's starting to cuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
You are a pathetic junkie! Too stupid to understand and follow simple rudimentary instructions!
You know, Becca, I don't see you're not angry enough. I know just the thing. Hello, mate.
Oh,
No.
fuck
Die!
Cheerio.
Die painfully.
Are you angry now?
Yes.
We got to keep that same energy.
Wait. Let's stop.
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Keep going.
One small thing. Unsuspecting journalist. Is Mr. Hibbard really a journalist?
I mean, he is an actual journalist. This is how journalists do their thing. Are you serious? Journalists are quite known for their
A lot of
ethics.
journalists are shills.
Yeah.
Okay, but I thought there was something, some kind of professional standard that applied.
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. I take it back.
Have you ever heard of the
you're not an
games
idiot.
journalist meme?
You're not an idiot. You're an idealist. There's a difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
sadly-
unfortunately. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Sadly, Lois Lane is as much a ideal as Superman is.
Oh dear.
Which Lois Lane, the Snyder one or the actual Lois Lane?
The actual.
Let's keep going.
Do we have a Snyder cut of that one?
Which the only Snyder cut ones I have are this one, which is applicable because like I think we'll be using it a little bit more as just like Hibbert no.
Yeah.
Though this one's I love that bit. That is kind of the only bit of the.
That is actually kind of cool.
Isn't there also a not? Sorry, isn't there also a not impressed one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he showed that one previously.
Yeah, you mean this one?
Not impressed.
Yeah.
And it's all of its 4:3 aspect ratio greatness. I want to die.
Yeah. Okay. In the weeks leading up to the event, fans upset with the final season had circulated posts on Circle Media gleefully detailing creative plans to disrupt the panel with protests in the ballroom. Press X to doubt that didn't actually happen. They seemed pretty excited. And honestly, like, Seth Rogen did more damage than the audience.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he put the smackdown on that whole fucking thing.
Yeah, he just like went like, which is an effing nightmare, objectively, and just like.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, just like a series of ruthless pot shots. It was so funny. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Gee, I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Aware of the threats, a Comic-Con official took the official step of going on stage before the panel started to remind the audience that it was in the spirit of the convention to always express support for the shows regardless of how fans might feel. That's when the boos happened.
Well, yes, because you treated them like fucking children.
Yeah.
That's how I feel!
Yeah, you treated them like money banks, and that's what you get that's what you fucking deserve. You get what you fucking deserve.
Fucking deserve.
Yeah. So this panel is screwed. I thought my head filling with visions of fans of taking the stage to fans howling shame, shame, shame.
That was better than you deserved.
Oh, that must have been a riot.
And there's like some actual fans dressed up as the ladies, and they just ring some bells and they just get them, take them
Yeah,
away.
At
The
least they
stage-
were quoting your show at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I mention the Dragon's comment in his video where someone says something about the fans booing, and Dragon Demand says, I was saying booning off.
I knew there was something about that. Oh my god, I couldn't remember what it was.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon is great. I love it. Yeah, it's kind of like I actually have something for this, like his. Let me find that actually. I might be in reaction 1.
This is beyond a piss me the fuck off movie. This is if this movie was a person, I would assault it movie.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen those movies in forever.
Yeah, they don't hold up well.
Probably not.
No, it's kind of just like it is. Like that is a more honestly like I would rather watch season 8 than any of the Transformers movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I have more of emotional investment in Game of Thrones, so
yeah.
I
Well,
would pass.
It's mainly because like stuff like the dogs screwing on screen or the parents having a 2 or 3 minute talk about their son's masturbation habits.
Well, the thing for me, I don't really care about anything from the Transformers, so I would rather watch that.
Well, I don't care either. It's just the fact that the humor is really, really cringy just makes me annoyed.
Yeah, but Game of Thrones is depressing.
Yeah. Okay, the stage lights went down. A Game of Thrones highlight reel played, and it was time to face the crowd. Game of Thrones aired its final episode, The Iron Throne, on May 19th, 2019. The 79-minute series finale was divided into 2 strikingly different parts. The first depicted the gray post-apocalyptic aftermath of Daenerys' King's Landing attack and the rise and demise of her fascistic reign.
Die painfully. Die.
Oh, you did not just say that.
Die horribly. Die painfully.
Go back to the
Unleash the
previous
dragon.
page real quick. I need to do something.
Well, first I need to unleash the dragon.
I think you mean Wyvern.
I think the one of me burning King's Landing would be even more suitable.
Oh, true.
Stop masturbating yourself. We all aspire to be more like
true.
Smaug.
Yeah, true.
Nope. Yep.
At the flip of a switch.
Hopefully today, actually.
I don't think it will be today if we're going to do the credits.
I think that we will. We will win. We will win this.
How long is this chapter?
I think we have. I'm not sure because Kindle is weird. I think it's like 10 more pages.
And then we can.
Maybe we can do it.
Yep.
Then we could do a summary. Pardon me. Then we can do a summary with Dragon Demands if he's up for it. Not today. Not today. Whenever.
Her fascistic regime, one might say it felt like the winds of winter.
What?
You little piece of shit.
You little piece of shit. The fuck?
Slimy little parasite bullshitting con.
Die.
Where on the page are we?
Her
One might say
reign?
it felt like the winds of winter.
As if you could not have been more heavy-handed with the fucking scenery.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
The fucking framing of Daenerys, holy shit, they are trying to make her look so fucking evil.
Yeah. But it's fascism, White. It's fascism.
I do not believe in fascism. Hail Hydra. Nothing.
Well, it's back to the whole bloody movie morality thing, isn't it? It's like, it's like
You go from completely good to completely evil in the blink of an eye, and nobody cares.
Hey, highlight the most recent comment. I want to say something real quick. Yeah, well, the last time fascism faced the winter, it didn't go too well.
No,
that's true.
Yeah, Smell Geek was cool. Yeah. Okay.
So when I see Daenerys' reign, once I saw that was snow falling, I knew her reign was over. It was just like the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, something else from the chat. Fascism implies a right-wing political system. But from what I remember, that Dany's ideals don't fit that definition.
They don't know what politics is. I wouldn't put too much thought into it.
Well, never mind the fact that this is another world with different politics to our world.
Yes.
Yeah.
With all the giant dragon flag that is trying to very much evoke Nazi imagery.
With our Nuremberg speech, yeah.
Let's keep going. The latter half picked up months after. Dang.
What? How?
I like how they just killed off one of the most important characters. Just like as a side note, like, and she's dead. No, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Like she was a very important character throughout the entire show, even like episode 1 of season 1. She was there more, had more screen time.
And showed Westeros being reborn as the survivors determine the fate of the realm and grapple with their new roles and destinies. A dream of spring.
Fuck yourself.
You parasitic little pawn scum.
Yeah, I think this is appropriate right now. Should we do it again?
Yes.
And again, I think that works.
Wait, I kind of forgot you did that one.
Do you have a no or a die clip or both?
I do have, I've got this one.
No!
Or...
I can't even read this. Come on, this is bullshit. Are you buying this?
What
Or
you just
maybe-
said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent lines did you say anything close to anything. Oh, sorry. Did you ever get close to
I have that
anything
clip if you
that
want.
could be considered a rational thought?
Shall I play
I
that clip?
award you, everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah. I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And there's also one.
Oh, go for it.
Thank you. There is one more clip that's appropriate, perhaps. I will hunt you down and kill you.
Oh, yeah, that one. Let me find that one. Really quick.
Yeah.
Let me find it. It's probably like... Oh, there it is.
I will hunt you down and kill you!
Or...
That's like if you tried to make scrambled eggs and instead you caught syphilis. How does that level of failure even exist?
That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, they deserve more than that. But I guess we got that. We can go and get what we can.
Yeah.
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's worse than an idiot.
Yeah, way
He's
worse.
dangerously incompetent to the point that people can get killed by being around him.
Yep. Let's keep going. With each passing episode in the final season, the volume of the fandom debate about the show increased. Every minute of the minute detail of the series is passionately discussed. Perhaps the best example of the extraordinary level of scrutiny was when an errant modern-day coffee cup was accidentally left in a shot during a scene at
Of course you're gonna
Winterfell.
pick on that.
Barely
Yeah.
visible. What? Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it.
But also, let's bring up the coffee cup. Look, they were going on about a coffee cup.
Also,
Let's not talk about how the scene with Bronn,
also-
Jaime, and Tyrion makes no sense or anything.
Also, like, wasn't there like David Benioff made a quote about the coffee cup is basically the like the imperfection in a perfect rug because only God can make perfection.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
They would have caught that in post had they had more time for post.
Which clip? I have a bunch like that. Like I just basically just get them off of YouTube. Like
You can't be serious.
Yeah.
that one's good.
It's
General
worth.
By the
Grievous, I
way,
agree.
Traven Armstrong, yes, you could say that he's lethally stupid.
Yeah. This. Yeah. Go gadget stuff. Yeah.
I got that reference.
Yeah. It is extremely reductive and obfuscating, but we should probably keep it going.
May I point out something first? I'm sorry.
Go for it.
It's worth noting that he has a tendency to focus on very small nitpicks while ignoring larger story arcs.
I mean, that's literally every bad writing in any media. But yeah.
Yeah,
he's especially bad with it.
Yeah, he talks about the coffee cup, but well, I guess to be fair, he did talk about Dany, the evil Dany, and so, well, he did say things about it anyway.
The Hitler that flies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, from the chat, deploy the distraction. Go to gadget.
Go
gadget.
We already got that.
Go gadget. Go David Benioff. Getting that distraction.
We've got him singing. Oh God.
Are we blind? Deploy the distractions.
Ow, my ears! I can't see.
Yeah. David Benioff. I couldn't believe it when we got the email about it the next day. I honestly thought someone was pranking us because there have been things before where people like, oh, look at that plane in the background, and someone had photoshopped it in. I thought there's no way there's a coffee cup in there. Then when I saw it on the TV, I was like, how did I not see that?
That is a good question because he was there.
I mean,
he played one of those two wildlings.
To be fair, sometimes things like that happen.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's honestly not the worst problem. It's just like weird. And then you see water bottles.
It's probably the most. It's probably the most visible problem.
It's more.
No,
like,
I wouldn't say that.
No,
There
I
are
would
far
say
more
it is.
visible problems,
Well,
like the entire plot.
Brightness Becca was saying something.
Yeah, Becca. Yeah, sorry.
I was just saying, it's more like insult to injury, and I mean, it's also like there's so much bigger problems. It's just more like that was a really good thing to laugh at because it was like less insulting.
Yeah,
and also because no one could deny that it was there or try to hand with themes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about the coffee cup, it's worth mentioning that in the. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was coughing. I apologize.
That's all right. It's worth mentioning that in the episode 6 commentary, David Benioff kept insisting to Emilia Clarke that it was hers.
And she kept denying it.
Yeah, she kept denying it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So then, whose coffee cup was it?
Who
knows?
Probably
I
not
mean-
hers, though.
Film crews are notorious for having lots of takeaway coffee, so
Yeah.
As I imagine they probably needed it after the long night.
I've
yeah.
in my time as a barista, I have served many film crews with multiple like trays full of many coffees. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I always keep referencing the Starbucks cups, all the Starbucks I rated in Winterfell. You think that was a joke, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. That's actually very. I don't know. I wish that I knew. I honestly really wish that I knew. But yeah, Becca's a barista. I imagine. Becca's.
I was.
I'm well.
Pandemic
you-
happened, so not many more. But yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna make any comments about the barista stereotypes. Oh, I'm just gonna keep moving on.
Shut up.
We're not going to get done with this, are we?
You must know.
That is so not Cheerio.
By the way, we're not going to get done with this chapter, are we?
Probably not. We
This is
will get
fine,
as far
'cause we
as we can. We will get as far as we can. I believe in us. I've seen the shot 1,000 times. We're always looking at their faces or how the shot's at with the shot at with the shots on their side.
Die horribly. Okay, whose faces are we talking about again?
Their
Everybody's.
faces.
Most of all, these performances, these faces.
All right, now
Most of all, these performances, these faces.
that's it. I'm taking you back out and shooting you in the face, Ornstein.
Yeah, I just love. Also, this is singularly. Oh yeah, that felt really good. Let's do that again, shall we? Ooh, that
Yeah.
felt good. Ooh, that felt really good.
Yeah, it did. It felt great.
Okay. I felt like we were participants in a psychology experiment where you don't see gorillas walking around in the background because you're counting the basketballs by the
What? Repeat it again, sorry.
If I felt like we were the participants in a psychology experiment, like where you don't see the gorillas running around in the background because you're counting the basketballs.
What the fuck?
That's a reference to an actual psychology thing, but that's not quite it. He's like misquoted it. It's like there's one gorilla or something, and it depends on. I can't even remember what it is, but most people don't notice the gorilla because they're focusing on something else, even though there's a gorilla right in front of the screen. It's a weird thing, but it's like gorillas, but I don't know. It's one gorilla. It's not like.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with focusing on people's faces.
Yeah. Every production that's ever existed has had things like this. You can see a crew member in Braveheart. There's an actor wearing a wristwatch in Spartacus. But now people can rewind things and everyone is talking to each other in real time. So no one person saw the coffee cup reround out. So one person saw the coffee cup reround it, then everyone did.
Oh, damn it. I missed it again.
Oh, no, well, I mean, it's not like everybody saw the coffee cup immediately. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
They did!
Let me pull up a thing of the coffee cup Game of Thrones. I didn't notice it initially. Like, definitely.
I did notice it initially.
I didn't, so you're not alone.
I think
White Lord.
the lighting in the scene is kind of the same color as the cup, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you can clearly see it.
You could have very easily airbrushed that out in post. Very easy.
they ended up doing that, actually.
Yeah. Both the coffee cup and the water bottle from episode 6 were digitally removed later.
Coffeegate and Watergate.
Post.
Oh no, you have to name that something else because Watergate's already been taken.
2.0.
Water, the
Bottle
sequel,
Gate.
Gate 2.0.
Let's call it Bottle Gate.
Yeah, Bottlegate works better.
Okay, and one. Pardon me.
Okay.
No.
Go for it, Valerian.
Thank you.
White.
Thank you. I was just going to mention that technically, I believe it's not a Starbucks cup. If you want to be really pedantic about it.
Don't break the narrative, you fuck.
Yeah, it's just a coffee cup, yeah. Let's keep going. The final season was watched by nearly 40 million viewers in the United States and 10 million millions more around the world. Tim Goodman declared the show ended about just as well as one unwieldy, sprawling, complicated, and it could end. IO9 wrote, the story was the best ending people could have hoped for. It's interesting that he said "quote unquote" best. That's interesting. Things worked out
Thanks.
shockingly well for everybody but Dany and Jon. And that was exactly how Game of Thrones needed to end to get it right.
I am
Many-
about to end. Goodbye.
Who's saying all this rubbish?
Yeah, but many critics, as well as the vocal massive fans, were quite displeased.
Pardon me. Who is
Yeah,
saying
of
all this stuff?
course.
Is this? Pardon me. Who is saying all this stuff? Is this Hibbard?
Yep, this is Hibbard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, this is
Excuse me.
Mr. Hibbard.
I'm gonna go find the nearest wall to smash my head into.
Yeah,
Because I'm out of
it's-
ammo.
Yeah, it's like
No,
Yeah.
go find Hibbard and do that to him.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Tonally odd, logically strained, and emotionally thin, wrote the Atlantic Spencer Kornhaber of the finale. New York Times and Jeremy Igner opined, it all could have worked better if the past 2 seasons had felt less like a headlong rushes to predetermined outcomes. So many of the things that drove fans loudly crazy this season most likely wouldn't have if they'd have given more time to breathe. This season's Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb scores plummeted compared to previous years, and a fan petition was signed by thousands asking HBO to They said, hey. I did love the joke that Conleth Elveris' actor said, like, I don't regret starting the petition.
I do like Conleth though. He's good.
That was funny. That's so funny. The decision to end the series at the peak of its popularity with revealing the oft-tragic convention-defying feats of dozens of beloved characters of the some was inevitably going to result in some frustration and controversy, along with accolades and cheers. Yet the amount of blowback was beyond what was expected.
Wow!
You completely botched the end of the most beloved series since
Breaking
Star
Bad.
Wars.
since
Yeah.
Breaking Bad,
Star Wars.
and you don't expect this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Convention defying.
Yeah, let's use
Gabe-
let's use a quote from our surrogate Lord and Savior now that Christopher Lee is gone.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
Yes, thank you.
Dunn doesn't have a man crush, he promises.
Yeah.
I think that all male geeks have something of a man crush on Henry Cavill because he is such a good guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, that is.
He's a shad.
Yeah, that's.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's indeed a shad.
Yeah, that's not a dude. That is a man. A handsome, muscular man. I love drags. I need to get that actually.
Yeah.
That's not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man. Okay. Many of the show's insiders felt a good percentage of the criticism was a casualty of Game of Thrones being a momentous pop culture event that was hyped to a level that no drama series could possibly satisfy.
Who cares?
And with Thrones, there was the added consequence that its finale marked the end of an era. With more than 500 scripted shows on television in 2019, and audiences increasingly binging and delaying their viewing rather than watching the programs live, Game of Thrones didn't just conclude a TV show, it also ended a sense of global community at a time when people were feeling increasingly isolated. Game of Thrones is the last great show to bring us together, mourned Wired's Emily Dreyfus. Maybe that's part of why everyone seems so upset with this final season. Or as Nikolai Coster-Waldau put it, how can any ending be good when you don't want it to end? Carolyn Strauss, no matter what you do in the Twitter age, you're going to get killed.
Yeah, because some people don't want it to end, but having a good ending leaves people satisfied, even if they don't want it to end.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't want it to end, it's that the ending was absolute raw, and by the time the ending came around, the episode 5 had been such rubbish already that we were like, whatever, blah.
Yeah. And
Just
also
die
the
already.
previous 2 episodes is also been absolute trash.
I just want to forget this show even existed. It's just so
Can we
painful.
talk about how they're like, oh, they were so upset with the ending? Like, everyone was upset with the last 4 episodes.
Also,
because
like,
all of the last 4 episodes were complete fucking trash.
Also, the last 2 seasons they were kind of upset with.
Yeah, because they botched the entire show.
Painful, very painful. Any others?
Because the plot lines were so stupid. Like, they were so easy to get around, like any logical person.
Okay, let's keep going. There was always going to be someone in their comfy chair who has a better ending. It's a tricky balancing act, and there were a lot of practical and storytelling factors that were never considered by someone doing a theoretical finale. If other people have a better idea, well, they can do it themselves.
Oh,
They did.
They did. Like globs of people
Done.
have come up with better endings.
Superman now.
Yeah.
Not impressed.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate.
Yeah.
Done. That's not Superman.
Not impressed.
When I'm satisfied with how a show ends, I tend to not write fanfic about it.
Yeah. Like,
By the way, this is such a stupid argument, and I hate it when people use it. Oh, if other people have better ideas, we could do this. Number one, it takes a completely different skill set to write a story than critique one. And also, you had the opportunity that hundreds of people would have done anything to do, and you blew it.
Also, another
you had it all.
And people did make a better ending.
Also,
yes. Several people made better endings.
Another problem is the fact that they created a lot of rookie production problems 9 years into making the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
yep, I can.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
Oh, just let's see. Macabre storytelling, Preston Jacobs, Boston University.
Think Story.
Well, the
Think
funniest
Story, who
well, the
got
funniest-
shot at by Yezin. He made a better ending.
Well, the funny thing is, Boston University came out before season 8.
Yes. Yes.
Done. Can I take the next paragraph?
Flick Fanatic. There's a whole globe of them.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Cracking
God.
my knuckles. All right, George
and that
R.
Scottish chap.
What?
Oh, sorry. The Scottish chap too. Critical Drinker apparently came up with one too.
Yeah.
Mahler would have been able to do it.
Yeah.
Mahler usually
easily.
does. Yeah, I think he could have, but I think that Mahler mostly just takes a look at what is rather than going down.
Yeah,
I think
he does.
I think partially just to kind of say, no, I didn't have a fan theory. What is trash. Let me explain why it's trash. I'm not going to explain a better ending.
Yeah.
So, George R. Martin. I hear both extremes. There are people who say they hate the show and say, George, write your books and fix things. I agree with that one.
Yes.
And there are people who love the show who say, I don't care about George's version anymore. It's a novelization. It's fan fiction. Who cares?
Oh, that's insulting.
Oh, ouch. No.
Okay, I need to know who said this because they need to be put on trial for crimes against
They
humanity.
need to be purged, yes. We need to relight the gas
Do
chambers.
you have the heresy one?
Heresy? No, I have this.
That orcs? No. You fucking heretic, no.
Yeah, I guess I should get the thing from Man of Steel. Heresy. That might be fun.
Where you learn to fight from a farm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hey,
Yeah.
the guy has a headache now, asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a headache from this.
I'm afraid he's a bit, sir. I'm afraid he's a bit, he's a bit head shorter than usual.
Yeah. Just,
A bit head shorter.
yeah. Okay.
Alright.
But just if it's a novelization, it's not a novelization of the show. The
A
show.
novelization.
First, you.
A novelization is a book adapted from a visual medium.
A novelization is writing basically all of the Legend of Zelda mangas. That's
Oh.
a novelization, technically.
Yeah.
I like how
and all of the books for the Star Wars movies.
Yep.
Much
all
as,
of those.
much as I don't like Legend of the Sword of Truth series, I can't consider the Legend of the Seeker TV show as a novelization. That's just because those books were made like multiple, like at least finished at least a decade before, and they decided not to adapt most of the book, which I was like, good plan. Very good plan after reading those books. It's better that you weren't accurate.
The Harry Potter books are not novelizations of the Harry Potter movies. The Harry Potter movies are adaptations of the books.
we're gonna get past the last part of this paragraph.
Yeah.
When I finish my books, people can argue which is right, which is wrong, and which is the real story. None are the real story because these are fictional characters. Which one resonates with you more?
That's
That comes
bullshit.
from the same
That's
guy who ripped a fucking what was that TV show? I forgot.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, ripped Battlestar Galactica a new asshole for not having a shitty ending. What the fuck is this, you coward?
George
Yeah.
R.R.
This is-
Martin.
this is
I
also
had
complete-
respect for you before. I do not anymore.
You know, this whole nothing is real. These are fictional. It's such a bullshit justification for complete nonsense.
Stand by your writing, you.
I think that he's being forced to toe the line because of his contract. I don't.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't
think
really
that
care.
If people are furious, I think if like fans are furious, George is more furious.
His universe is ruined.
He's
There's
also,
nothing
like,
left.
He's also like actively taking pot shots at in Fire and Blood. Like
I wonder as well that maybe he's in a way that's hiding behind a contract. He's sort of going, like, trying to get look, guys, chill out. Like, there's still going to be, but you know, there's I get that vibe a little bit because in the end, like, you know, I don't know.
Okay, can I read the next couple?
Yeah.
Oh,
for it.
David Benioff. There definitely are things over the course of the show we would do differently. I don't know if there's anything I would want to discuss publicly. Of course not.
Oh!
Of course
That is a
not.
non-sentence.
What was
that?
Not.
That is a non-sentence. That feels like creatively it makes sense to us because it was something we felt like he would do at that moment.
Can you repeat that last sentence? Sorry.
I don't know if there's anything I would want to discuss publicly. I don't want to talk about it from Knights of the Old Republic.
That's clear enough.
It seems like he's just kind of. That seems like a really a little bit petulant. Like Dany kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet, and I forgot to turn off my Pornhub browser. I'm sorry. What?
Next up, David Weiss. I did not say that incorrectly.
No, look at it. They spelt it wrong.
David White.
Oh my
David,
god.
what? Oh my god.
Why?
They've merged into one Lovecraftian horror being.
Oh no.
I have a theory now. There was a transporter accident and Benioff and Weiss got merged.
No. No.
Prince once said something.
Fake news. This is fake news, sir. I'm afraid.
Okay.
I am still my own person.
Okay. Let's
Kind
get
of forgot.
That's
Prince
enough.
once said something about any record you listen to that you think is terrible. Somebody worked themselves to the bone to make it. So many people work so hard on any aspect of a thing, except you, apparently. So when you say something critical, it can sound like you're blaming somebody else, because we're blaming you. And really the only people who are to blame are us, yes. And I sure as hell don't want to blame us. Fuck you.
Oh, that was a big middle finger to us all.
So much for taking responsibility.
Holy shit.
You are a pathetic junkie! Too stupid to understand and follow simple rudimentary instructions! Actually, this stupid.
Wow.
What the hell is wrong with you? I'm really asking.
That was probably
Is
the
it-
most
no,
pathetic
it's like he's-
sentence I've read yet.
Quiet. It's like he's saying, "Oh, don't blame us. It's your fault that you don't like it.
Well, he sort of meandered through
The only people who are to
people-
blame are us. I'm sure as we don't want to blame us."
He like meandered through. Oh, people worked hard at it, you know, and then kind of went, oh, so it's. I guess you've got to blame us, but
don't.
Fucking little weaselman, or two weaselmen merged together, apparently.
What I want to see happen to them is both of them being turned into a ferret.
Too late.
Yeah.
They
but
would
I
kind
would
of
love
forget.
to see that.
Find the video evidence of when it happened.
Yeah, this was so pathetic.
Yep.
That last sentence, especially.
How much are we reading for this today? Because my brain's almost done.
Should we just read through the next couple of paragraphs and then we call it a day?
Well, the last paragraph goes
the
page, so.
the last paragraph here is gonna go over stuff that happened after the end of the show with the prequel shit. So should we just stop there?
Done.
It's on you.
Right, Lord?
It's your decision.
No, he
sorry,
committed to poke. Oh.
Sorry, I was. There's only like 6 pages left, and I think I think we can just kind of blaze through it really quickly in the next 30 minutes since it's only like 6
Done.
pages.
We stop at every half paragraph.
Well, the nice thing is this is I think they're kind of going to be done with a lot of the BS justifications. I think.
Yeah, they're moving on to some of the other projects. I think we might be able to get it. Okay, Christopher Newman. I have no regrets about the last season.
Bullshit.
I just want us to absorb that. I thought it was the best work we had ever done.
What the? What?
Oh yeah, the fish wax coughing. And 55 days of night shoots where everybody would work to exhaustion. And what happened to Rory McCann and Clegane Bowl.
Yeah.
That's your best work. Fantastic.
Yeah. Survey says that's what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Once everybody gets over the anger of the internet, they will see they wrote some fantastic stuff.
And here we are, 3 years later.
Legitimately, fuck off.
That
Oh
is
my
like vomit.
I think I have the perfect thing for this, actually.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Eat my entire ass.
Oh, it's a review take from USA.
Yeah, let's keep going.
But yeah, that statement is not going to age well. I mean, it already hasn't. But, the the criticism, it doesn't seem to fairly consider what an extraordinary achievement the whole thing was, probably because you ruined it. When people say I wasn't happy with the ending, I think if you wrote the ending you wanted, I bet nobody would have been happy with your ending either. Wrong. It's like every single rewrite of Game of Thrones that I'm aware of received quite a lot of positive attention.
Yeah.
My brain. I just want to.
Are you fucking shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Brain.
Michael Lombardo. Most people thought it was an unbelievable season of television.
No, they did not.
Well, that's certainly
Move
true.
on.
It is definitely unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
I was at HBO when The Sopranos ended and everyone was outraged. Now it's looked at as a perfect ending, though it isn't. When Seinfeld ended, it was like the
Not
world
even
stopped.
comparable.
It's hard to land those planes. They left an incredible testament. Only time will be the true judge, and it has been.
Okay.
People are still dissatisfied with it, even though it's 3 years later.
No, it's worse now. Now we know more. It's like we hate it even more.
Yeah.
It's like the rotten milk that disintegrates faster.
So,
I mean, how many hours have we collectively spent on just this series of streams?
Probably upwards of 100.
And it's
I
worth
wanna
noting
die.
that reading this book, pardon me, but reading this book has made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of like this might be like some people might question like, so how valid is this book? I would say that it's fairly valid, like, or at least like it's fairly reliable source, and like that this is kind of the primary source for the since, and maybe like the interviews are inaccurate, maybe there's obfuscation, maybe there's hyperbole here and there to make it a little bit more dramatic. What are your thoughts?
I think
I'd
that
have no
he
thoughts.
might. I mean, he's definitely cherry-picked something to make them look less bad. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
How?
But, but I don't think that this guy has the competency to try to manufacture interviews, especially when he's citing things that are already a matter of public knowledge and is already on record elsewhere.
I would agree. It's like,
It
Go
does have several elementary factual errors, which we just noted one just now with Mr. David Weiss, unless there's something we don't know about. But,
David Weiss.
Hey, Bird, fire your editor.
he didn't. I think that he had full editorial control.
Yourself.
Well, he should fire himself then.
Yeah. So, and like a lot of like internet things seem to contradict this book, but the problem is this is the official thing put out by HBO. This isn't just some random guy. It seems like this guy was like handpicked to do this because he was in Benioff and Weiss's employ for most of the run of the show, and he's the only person that he did interviews for. So,
and also he keeps on skipping over every single piece of criticism except for like, oh, the coffee cup.
I can't. I feel like I'm gonna fucking fall asleep for 10 hours straight since we get done with this stream.
alrighty,
Let's just keep going.
Yeah, I'll read the next bit. In an unprecedented move, HBO put 5 Game of Thrones prequels into script development, all from different writers, in a competitive bake-off in hopes of finding a show that might prove a worthy successor. One of them by Jane Goldman, who directed Kick-Ass, even shot a pilot in 2019. The pilot starred Naomi Watts and was set thousands of years before the events of Thrones in the lead-up to the events of the original Long Night. HBO decided not to move forward with the show, perhaps proving once again how difficult it can be to make Martin's world come alive.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there.
The reason it was a bad idea, well, besides what Dragon was talking about in his videos, is the fact that the White Walkers ended like a wet fart. Who cares? Nobody does.
You would need to fix the long night in order for any of this to work.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the long like prequel is such a rabbit hole in itself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just imagine
Like-
if they did the ending like I suggested. Something
You
like
need
that.
a rewrite, basically. You need a complete rewrite of at
7
least
and 8.
season 8. It's very least.
Oh, hey, Macabre Storytelling, how are you doing?
Yeah. But HBO hasn't given up. The network gave a full series order to another project, House of the Dragon, based on Martin's history of the Targaryen family, Fire and Blood. Martin is quite hopeful about the series, and the network promisingly tapped Thrones veteran Miguel Sapochnik to be as the project's director and co-showrunner, along with Colony writer Ryan Condal. The other prequel projects remain in development, while Dragon is planned for 2022. Now let's get back to the at Comic-Con.
Before we do, there's one thing I want to note. Notice how he omitted that the Long Night prequel was named Blood Moon. Because
Also
that's such a stupid title.
Also, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they canned it without even giving it a second glance.
Yep, he noted he doesn't mention the whole racist thing at all, does he?
Yeah, it was like children of the forest were going to be black people. And it's like, oh, and
And then they get
cursed by another by one of their own number to be like what we saw in the show.
Yep,
That is kind of like wow.
Yeah, the good ones curse the bad ones because the good ones are on the side of the invaders.
Yeah.
Something like that, basically.
Yeah, because good versus evil is totally a thing that George likes to do in the Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones.
Yeah. One by one, Seven Thrones stars Maisie Williams, Nikolai, Conleth, Isaac, Liam, Jacob, and John took the stage. The massive audience rolled at them with love. Fans laughed at their jokes. What did I steal? The scenes I was in. Quick till. Each panelist had a coffee cup in front of them, a wink to the coffee cup goop. They made heartfelt speeches that brought applause and cheers. When the event concluded, the panel received a standing ovation. No boos, no protests, no shames. It didn't mean everyone in Hall H was thrilled with the final episodes, of course, but it suggested their overall love for Game of Thrones, and particularly the work of the cast, had endured.
Probably because everyone loves the cast and nobody loves the writers.
Yeah, they love you. They don't love David and Dan. They're showing you the appropriate appreciation that they have.
So yes, they do love the actors because the actors didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Duh.
I am kind of surprised that Emilia Clarke and Sophie Turner and Kit Harington did not show up for this.
Was Kit Harington in rehab already?
I think he might have been actually, but like it just seemed as though like she didn't come to Comic-Con, but she went on for the commentary.
Yeah. Sophie usually shows up with Maisie, right?
What was that?
I said Sophie usually shows up with Maisie, right? Because they're
Yep. They're besties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like Eric and Becca.
That's a little bit different.
You walked into that one.
We fans know when the blame belongs to the writers and when the blame belongs to the actors. Most of the time, it's the writers, and we love the actors.
And also, like, the only thing where it's all three is The Room with our good friend Tommy Wiseau.
Or like Avatar: The Last Airbender with M. Night Shyamalan, except for that everybody gets it.
That I honestly, that's one of the worst movies in creation. That movie's awful.
Season 8 is worse. I will unironically argue that.
I actually don't disagree with you on that one.
So is Rise of Skywalker.
What movies are you talking about?
The Last Airbender by M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't think I have ever seen that.
Good. Good. You don't have
awful.
to.
Good.
It's awful.
It's really bad. It is really bad.
Right beneath your feet.
Also, like, Bob, Bob, Bob! Ah! Rock flies a thing. It's so
Show them the power of water.
What are you talking about?
Well, let's keep going.
A couple of hours after the panel, the actors went out to dinner together. A silent question hung over the table. It was the same question that had lingered over all the gatherings of Thrones' cast and crew ever since the series had wrapped production. Will all of us ever be together again? For the cast, the show ending meant the loss of many things. Working with friends, being part of a global sensation, having a steady and rather lucrative job, and perhaps most important, playing characters they loved in a world that was so immersive that it gained its own reality and permanence. Not in the season 8, episode 4.
Nope.
Ivan Rian. The thing I'll miss most is when you pick up a script and read it, and there's always one scene in every season where I go, "Thank you so much. This is such a beauty."
That came out of nowhere.
That's Ramsey.
I feel like if you say that in a Welsh accent, it makes more sense.
This is
Lena
Ramsey's actor. What the hell?
Lena
Yeah.
Headey. Every time you did your last scene with the character, you were like, "That's it. It's over." There was a great sense of grief and rock to new pastures. There's also a sense of loss that nothing like this will ever happen again. I'll probably never be on set. I'll probably never be on sets as magnificent as these again. There was an enormous amount of gratitude.
Just wait until you're under the direction of people with actual good writing on their side.
Well, the thing is, actually, the sets are the thing that I say are. I think that that's actually legitimate. Like, very rarely are you going, because they put a lot of effort into building those sets. Whether that time was well spent is another question, but like the production of the sets is definitely not in question. I would disagree with that.
I wasn't talking about the sets. I was talking about the writing.
True, but like she's saying,
But
like,
she was talking about the sets, so
yeah, she's talking about the sets, and also like Lena Headey has been in the industry for about like what 20 years now.
She's in her 50s, so
and she still looks great.
Yeah, she looks way younger than 50, just like Nikolai.
Yeah.
Like Lena Headey is like so awesome. I love Lena Headey. She's great.
Jacob Anderson. People think it must have been a very heavy and dark place to work. And now we have evidence that it was. But I had so much fun. I have a very chaotic mind and can be very restless. I'm quite a panicky person. Sometimes for like 5 to 10 minutes during a scene, I got to be this character who was so in control of themselves and still and calm. Wow, that's quite a description. That's been a really powerful thing for me, to be able to do that. Except for when you turn into a murderous psychopath, I guess.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Christian Narn, Hodor. For me, it hasn't really ended. It's very hard talking about Game of Thrones in the past tense. I still feel like I'm waiting for the next season. When did he say this? I wonder.
Yeah. Lena Headey, as far as I know, she's dating Pedro Pascal, though that might have changed.
Wait a second, I'll check it.
I guess his skull didn't get crashed at all. I guess he kind of forgot he died, so he came back.
Yeah. Natalie Dormer, I've got the golden ticket. I watched the first season as a fan. I got on the train in the second season, was part of a beautiful mad ride. And I had a beautiful arc for 5 years. Then I got out where I could capitalize on the profile it had given me, which I'm grateful for. And then I had the beauty of watching the end of the series of a fan again. I will always have a little yellow rose over my heart. Oh, that's cute. That's
Yeah,
really
it is
cute.
very cute, adorable.
Yeah. Yeah. John Bradley, it's easier in a way for people who had careers before Thrones, like Charles Dance and Diana Rigg. Well, not anymore. This was Diana Rigg's last thing that I'm aware of. Since that was it for her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
She died last year.
Rest in peace, Diana Rigg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
But for me and a lot of the cast members, this was the first time I'll be a working actor and not in Game of Thrones. I've never been kicked.
Oh no,
out
she was in a
this.
bunch of stuff after Game of Thrones.
Oh really? Oh, I was
Yeah.
wrong then. I rescind that statement. I was incorrect. I didn't realize that. I haven't seen her in anything, so I guess I was just incorrect. Sorry.
And
no matter what job I did in the first half of the year, I did not enjoy as much, but at least I had Game of Thrones to go back to in the summer and be around that family again and be all on those familiar faces. Game of Thrones always felt like coming home. Maisie Williams, there are loads of stories I want to tell. There are loads of stories I want to play. I worried nobody will want me to do it. It will be nice to get back to normality. I also have an app I'm launching I hope will help people. I've got a production company, and there are a couple movies we want to make. I want to direct. There are many opportunities where you get to do everything with one character on Thrones. There was a whole spectrum I got to do. So what happens after I made this count? Roy McCann. I'm a sailor, and I spent all my years trying to do up boats. I'm thinking of sailing off into the sunset. That's my dream. I have an old wooden ketch, 2 masts, all wood, 45 years old. Gorgeous thing with a peat fire inside it. I'd like to go away for a couple years. When asked for McCann wants to sail away to the unreliable play with a helm like bark, that's my effing business. I love that, man. I love this guy. This guy's great. Kit Harington. The goal of acting is to gain recognition and fame. That's not what I'm looking for anymore. It gave me the freedom to try things I want to do. Produce a little bit. Maybe try directing and try roles that not many people will see, but will give me some satisfaction. Maybe do something completely different. I nicked beers from David and Dan's fridge and left a note saying, I owe you 2 beers and 1 career. That's how I feel.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
I mean, given that he didn't get his sword, he kind of deserved way more than 2 beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liam Cunningham, because of the timeless nature of it and being a fantasy and because of how good it was, I think Thrones will hold up the next 50 years and people will keep discovering it.
Oh God, no.
I honestly hope not.
No comment on this. Just move on.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect response. I miss the elegance of it and working with people who are at the absolute top of their game. I loved Brienne, and her last scene was at work. I love her last line. I think ships take precedence over brothels, and that's what I want to be remembered for. That's how I want Brienne to be remembered, as a feminist icon and a practical.
Did she say feminist icon?
Oh my God.
Oh goodness.
Did she say feminist icon? Is that what she
No
just
hanging
said?
up. Go, done.
That's
full
hilarious. Oh man, Peter Dinklage.
God bless Gwendolyn Christie.
Okay.
Yes.
Before you move on to, it's worth noting. Oh, Jamie, please don't leave me. How is that a feminist icon?
I do not
It
know.
is. Quiet.
Yeah.
You're wrong, bigot. Just go.
Yeah, you're right. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry.
Just as Daenerys is a feminist icon who needed her man to fill up her sex gas tank.
Yes, no comment.
At least it wasn't me this time, so that's good.
Yeah. I will miss this so much, but you gotta tell the next chapter of your life. I'm closing in on 50. I started this show in my 30s. Like so many people on the show, I've married and had children during the course of this. You gotta make room for the new thing. It's heartbreaking. It's the greatest role I've ever had. Working with the greatest people who are crazy freaking lovely. Yeah.
Aww.
Aww.
It is.
That's really cute of you, Peter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia Clark, there was a lot of laughter, there were a lot of parties, and there was a lot of drinking.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is this where I
Yeah.
mentioned the chaps who indecent exposure or what? No comment.
Yeah. Every time we all hang out, I always felt we'd come back from working in the mine. Everything about the what?
What?
From working in the mine.
Working in the mines are pretty nasty.
They are.
Well, let's not read into it too much. Maybe it's just that it was a better by comparison. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Everything about doing this show was so not glamorous. So no one ever stood on ceremony with everyone. It's the most honest working environment I've ever probably ever experienced.
Oh, well, the least honest.
Yeah. With the dude who's a self-admitted pathological liar. That's the most honest you've been in.
Yeah, and who got into a long talk with you about whose coffee cup it was that got left on the table.
It's worth noting also that they never told her what her character was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Natalie Emanuel, I can never really articulate what the show and the people involved meant to me. People often give the cast praise for it all, but it's important to talk about the hundreds, if not thousands, of people who have been responsible for the show's creation, who put in so many hours. Every person who was there made it what it was. I hope they read this book and know I'm eternally grateful.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty darn hard, seeing as they're gonna be chomping at the bit to get rid of David and Dan.
Bless you, Natalie. Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
All of these people are sweethearts. All of these people are just absolute sweethearts. I love these people.
They did not deserve what Benioff and Weiss did to them.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sophie Turner. I'm quite sad about it. This is everything I'd ever known. This has been my home. I spent more time there than I had at home. The sad part was I don't get to be Sansa. Maisie doesn't get to be Arya. I won't see Maisie in her costume anymore. I won't be able to be in my costume and play this character. We don't get to interact on that level, which is sad because their relationship is a big part of who Maisie and I are.
Steal your costume, Sophie.
Yeah.
Just steal your costume.
Well,
Steal the costume.
You have a right to it. You have a right to it.
Well, she did steal the wolf, so.
Oh no, she adopted the wolf.
Yeah, true. But she got. Yeah. Calling the Thill. The show began 10 years into a peace process in Northern Ireland after 30 years of conflict. What I'm most proud of is the collection of all kinds of different people: young, old, gay, straight, black, white, male, female, Asian, Muslim.
Oh my goodness!
Christian, who all work together so well and so productively. And to the credit of my homeland, it showed how beautiful it is there and how we can work together in peace. I couldn't be prouder that it was made in large part in the place where I was from, England.
I don't know. People seem to just complain about working in Northern Ireland.
That just makes this sound so. Look at us with the tokenism. And I know that's not actually what's going on, but written this way, that's what it looks like.
I don't even think it looks that. I think that it's just like a bunch of Northern Ireland wasn't a big Game of Thrones kind of pulled Northern Ireland into the public sphere. I'm
actually pretty sure that most of the cast complained about working in Belfast.
Yeah.
That was pretty much always grey and rainy and dark.
Yeah. Yeah. England. What we do as actors is ephemeral. We get lost in something and then get lost in something else. But to live in that for a decade was the best thing ever to be involved in. Oh, it wasn't as good as was better than Tomb Raider? Aw, for shame.
For shame, for shame, for shame.
Until my dying day, it will be the most exceptional experience. To be in the biggest hit ever is the best feeling. What you can't do is project ahead and say, I want more than that, because it ain't going to happen. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And I would agree, it was very much once in a lifetime. You have your final shot, your final red carpet, all of the finals of everything. It's the final, how do you feel about it ending? It never hit me that much. It's only looking back now occasionally that a shock will go through me. I won't be doing that again. I can be doing anything, but it's usually around work when I get a memory of the Thrones world. You had the most amazing support, the most brilliant crew, these great friendships, and a great deal of love for what we're doing. Where anything is possible, nothing will compare to it. Nothing will be like that ever.
It's too bad you had hack writers instead of.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
these are the ones who are going to start talking now. for
Yeah,
sure.
especially
Oh
since
my
the show,
goodness, you hack!
especially since the show could have still been going on right now.
It
Yeah.
could have been.
Wait, where did David Weiss go? He's not on this page.
Yeah. David
Yeah, where'd
Benioff,
he go?
after the
Weird
final
ball.
rap party, the cast came back to the crew that Dan and I read it. We were there until sunup. There was a really steep hill in the back going down toward the water, and all these young actors were drunkenly rolling down the hill. I remember sitting there watching them at sunrise and thinking, this was a good job. With no more words left to write, I asked the traditional final question when something popular and influential concludes. What is its legacy?
Oh my goodness!
None.
Nothing. There's nothing.
The legacy of Game of Thrones was killed by the final season.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. The series was such an enormous and varied impact on so many millions, but striving for the impossible is always the point. Brian Cogman, the legacy of the show is too soon to tell. When you're writing an addendum chapter to this oral history for the 10th year anniversary, then you can tell.
Well, the 10th anniversary came and went.
Yeah. It will be fun, and if it were like when you're watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where people are watching 20 years from now and thinking, oh, look, that's a young Alfie Allen, or that's a young Sophie Turner. It would be really fun on a personal level to know we had a helping hand in launching these careers, and the other actors who aren't so young, but we gave a boost. Fair.
Fair enough, honestly.
Yeah. I hope people keep watching the show.
Sad violin noises.
Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I hope kids who are the age of our kids now grow up and watch the show and take from it what they take from it. Nobody.
Nihilism.
Wait. This is not a show for kids. It's not. It's not.
No.
It's not a show for anybody. What are you talking about, Neff?
Well, definitely not for kids. Definitely not for kids. I would like say if my kid were watching this, I would be like, we need to quickly get an internet blocker of some kind because clearly
John,
we are not
you're
doing
never gonna stop any kid from watching this kind of stuff. You better just forget about it.
True.
I mean, I honestly think that kids should be introduced to mature content earlier in life than they are, but that's
Well, it kind of depends.
Well, I mean, they already are because they do it themselves. Because
that's true.
How old are the kids we're talking about? Are they Are we talking about teenagers or are we talking about younger kids?
If it's teenagers, then I think it's fine.
Oh yeah, teenagers fine, but I
younger
still would
than
rather
10, no.
No, that's definitely not.
I have seen many kids below 10 who have seen this kind of stuff on their own tuition.
Oh my goodness.
No comment.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Because kids don't give a shit.
Well, I just hope that they don't have the really bad effects that pornography has on your brain. That's nasty stuff. It really hurts your ability to develop relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody owns the future of what they make. Once you put something out there, it's not yours anymore. It doesn't belong to the people not watching it now either. In 20 years, there'll be a whole new group of people they'll either watch it or they won't. If they do, their reaction might be very different from your reaction. So I hope they watch it, and I hope they like it. George R. R. Martin. We were the most popular show in the world for a time. We set the record for most Emmys, and that's a legacy. The records are made to be broken. And 12 years ago, there was another show that was the most appealing in the world, and I don't know what it was. I tell you what I hope for in terms of legacy, that we establish adult fantasy as a viable genre for television. Now everybody wants the next Game of Thrones. Well, anything but the next Game of Thrones. Even our prequels, I don't know. If they all flop, then it will be another 10 years before or somebody tries a fantasy show again. That would be sad. I would like fantasy to become a permanent genre, like lawyer shows or cop shows. There are good cop shows and crap cop shows, but there are always cop shows coming on. It doesn't matter if a cop show is good because there's another coming. That's what I would like to see. Every year a new fantasy show or two. that would be the legacy I would like to see for Game of Thrones. Natalie Emanuel. It was a cultural phenomenon. It affected a whole generation. It was something dreams are made of. If I never work again, I'll be like, you know what? I did effing Game of Thrones. And that's the end.
And good fucking riddance.
Good
Oh, I'm sorry, Martin, but what? You
okay.
There's always fantasy stuff coming out.
Yeah, Legend
But
of
yeah,
the Seeker.
aside from 3 people, bless these guys.
Legend of the Seeker predates this show by at least 2 years.
And now we got Last Kingdom. We still, Vikings has wrapped up, but we got The Witcher.
We have Amazon's Wheel of Time coming out, which has a few red flags. Amazon's Lord of the Rings, which has a lot of red flags. We have House of the Dragon, which seems fine. But let's kind of quickly breeze through. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to point this.
Oh.
Thanks to Dan Weiss, who let me come to their top secret sets and answer hundreds of probing questions. Okay. Third head of the Dragon by comic for his terrific insight to the production and creative process. Oh, there's nothing really that interesting.
There's nothing really said here.
I'm sorry.
Wait a second. There's something he talks about the book on the second half of the page.
I'm sorry. What was that last bit about fantasy and television? Did they really say that there was none other than Game of Thrones? They didn't make that claim, did they?
No.
It's very. I think that is kind of just rare. I think it's just fantasy shows are kind of rare, but since as far as I'm aware, is Hercules and Xena is fantasy technically.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but those are really old cult classics.
I remember fantasy shows shows that you could call fantasy anyway back in the 80s, early 80s, maybe even 79.
After Gandalf.
He-Man, She-Ra, the Thundercats.
That is a very Merlin's 2006-ish, I think.
Young Merlin is around 1980 or maybe 79.
I know there was Young Merlin. There's a bunch of Merlin stuff. Merlin BBC.
Those were fantasy.
2008. 2008.
Yeah.
There was the White Stallion, around 80-ish. Monkey is fantasy. I guess you'd say it was fantasy. 80, 79 actually.
I named a bunch of them, and those were in the 80s too.
Yeah.
Legend of the Seeker was fantasy. That came out in 2008.
Well, we don't even have to talk about 2008. We're mentioning things from back 79, 80, the 80s.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fantasy shows.
By the way, I want to point out something on this page here. Quotes were edited for length, grammar clarity, occasional pronoun clarification, and tense consistency. And their order was arranged for narrative coherence.
What the?
As long as it did not alter the speaker's intended meaning.
Well, that's a fucking lie.
Oh my goodness.
Remember back in chapter 26 or whatever when they took shots at fans for saying they rushed it and they admitted they rushed it 3 pages later?
Yeah.
That's not even the worst.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
definitely. Berserk. That was a thing.
Oh, here's an interesting. At one point in the book, Hart abruptly asked a rather existential question: "What is Daenerys?" One might ask the same of the show: "What is Game of Thrones?" There are many correct answers: an adaptation, a TV series, a fantasy story, a corporate enterprise, a snapshot of the entertainment world during seismic industry and cultural transitions. I see the show as a seemingly impossible dream made real. Game of Thrones was the filmic equivalent of a Roger Bannister breaking the 4-minute mile, proof that with enough determination and sacrifice, a creative human endeavor can portray even the most expansive outer reaches of our storytelling imagination, and in so doing, captivate the world.
I mean, nightmares are also dreams. So.
Yeah, they are.
All I got
and
from that is
I-
sacrifice your crew and get Game of Thrones.
It's over.
By the way, could you share that last page again, Don, for a second?
Sorry,
No.
let me pull it back up again. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it back up again.
I will burn it in a fucking fire if we have to see that again.
Then do it.
Don't worry, White. We're finished.
Yeah, we're actually finished with this stupid fucking book.
Yeah, and
My God.
Yeah, and it took like it took shorter than I anticipated. Like I thought it was going to take longer, but it only like took us 2 hours to get through like 15 pages. Well, 3 hours.
I mean, it took us like
6 months.
in 6 months and 27 streams. I think it is. Is it 28 now? No, it's 26.
Yep, we got through 26.
So, are we going to do a summary with Dragon Demands?
Wait a second. We still have like 15 pages left of the book. Is that just sources or whatever?
Please.
It might
Let
be.
me. Yeah.
Or is it just like empty pages?
Pictures.
Oh, it's promo images.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you have these interspliced in the book itself?
Maybe
Yeah,
it's the Kindle
why?
formatting. Maybe it's the Kindle formatting. Maybe they're in the actual book.
I'll have to just check my bookstore
no.
for then.
Moonlight over the Battle of the
What?
Moonlight. They could have used. They used moonlight, artificial moonlight over the battle.
Oh my goodness.
So this is an option that they were aware of for the Battle of Winterfell, which they didn't use.
Is it just me, or does it look like a UFO that's descending upon them?
To be fair, like that's what film sets feel like. They feel like normal things with like aliens.
Yeah.
We can kind of like let's just kind of skim through this to kind of like finish this off. It's mostly just pages, just little like just little stuff like just promo images. Just promo images.
Oh, Dorn.
Oh no.
Dorn.
Oh,
Christ.
What?
Oh,
no.
God. Even worse.
Tiny. Oh, prepares to get stabby.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
What?
Aw.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh
That
my
is actually
goodness.
legitimately funny, but in a kind of a cringe way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh no! Move on.
Yeah.
Whips a prisoner into submission.
Oh,
that-
she
that's
looks
like a-
awesome in that.
Yeah, she's really cool. Yeah, the costuming did good. The night closer look. Ezra. Dame Diana Rigg. She's actually really
Rest
tall.
in peace.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
actually really tall. Like she's tall.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh look. the encirclement and the wall of body.
Fucking hell.
Oh my goodness.
That was actually done. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I haven't done. That was you.
No comment.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's what it looks like. That's actually funny. I like that.
Oh.
I love that image. That image is amazing.
That is so cool.
Oh, you've seen the one that was photoshopped with Ghost on top of the dragon. Yeah. After episode 4, there was one with Ghost on top of the dragon.
I mean, he would probably have done
all
better
the way,
than
Hunt.
Varys.
Go away.
Dany fights.
Oh, this scene right here. This is always the funny bit. This is episode 3. This person's going to become a psychopath in like 2 episodes.
That honestly looks like she's on top of a Star Wars a starfighter, actually, like a Jedi starfighter.
It does.
Kind of
does.
No, that's the moment that killed the show.
Wait. The thing with Arya when she stabs him, that reminds me of
TLJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also has the dagger also has to move quite a bit of distance to the right in order for her to catch it and plunge it at the right.
Also, like I think even Daisy Ridley, when she was like rewatching the scene in the throne room, actually mentioned get a shout out to Maisie Williams in Game of Thrones when she did that move.
Also, like in that picture,
Move on,
and I'm
move
sure it's
on.
just the angle, but it looks like he's about to stab him. She looks like she's about to stab him in the head.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. The final Game of Thrones panel at Comic-Con.
Yeah, with a conspicuous lack of the people who made the show.
And a lot of the big stars. There, the index. We're done. We are completely done. There is no more need to. I will ask Dragon Demands if he would like to come on at some point. Wait. Consters. Wait.
Where?
Okay, this is the index, I guess. No.
Yeah.
This is the index, yeah.
At least he has an index.
Yeah. 51, 52. Award-winning journalist who has written thousands of
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
I'm screen capping that.
So basically, this is proof of his credentials.
Supposedly.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So what kind of award did he get?
Oh my god!
Out of context, much.
Oh, he risked imprisonment.
Oh, so he
Oh,
received
half
his
a
brother's
moment.
genitals.
Sorry, I have to
Pretty
go.
nice.
Sorry.
When he risked
What the
imprisonment
was
amid a
that?
legal battle versus county and federal authorities.
Oh my
What?
What
Receiving brothers' genitals. What did that merit be?
Jen, did you write this book?
No.
Guys, go back. I'm gonna screen cap that whole thing.
Where's the rest of the about the office?
Oh, it's just there.
Oh, wait. Oh, that explains so much. That explains so much. That all the crazies live in Austin and Houston. That's where all the
no,
crazies
they live in California, where I live, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, the crazies in Texas are concentrated in Austin and Houston. So
Man,
No clue about crazies, but what did I just miss apart from crazies?
Look,
Nothing.
Nothing. Just this little bit. Receiving brothers' genitals.
Why?
What's the bit about risking? I'm sorry. What was the bit about risking imprisonment? What was that about?
Okay, he made headlines in 2001 as a staff writer in the Phoenix New York Times when he risked imprisonment amid a legal battle versus country and fellow authorities in order to protect county and federal authorities in order to protect a confidential source and won.
Oh, I'm so done. We are done. It's over.
So that's interesting. I guess we don't know what that was about, though.
Yeah.
They lived.
Jousting dwarfs.
We survived.
Yes, we did. Alrighty. Now I have. Okay. I must.
Does anyone have any finishing words?
Go die in a hole.
Fuck this book.
Yeah, pretty much.
Painful, very painful. Any others?
Fuck
you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
I guess my last words will be predictably, die horribly and painfully in hell.
Judah kind of forgot.
Yeah.
What was the plan then, genius? Huh?
While Dany kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces, they certainly haven't forgotten about her.
I will hunt you down and kill you.
All right, I think that
I will hunt you down and kill you!
You're not worth getting upset about.
Whatever this is needs to die.
I think we're kind of done with framing monsters. I kind of want to do like, let's examine how people got successful and then try and replicate that as best we can. Like that's what I want to do because
Let's do that on Monday next week, and then we'll see if Dragon Demands can show up later down the line, and we'll do the conclusion on the fuckwad.
And then we will hopefully he's like done with his like thorough analysis. I'll say, hey, we're done with the book. We're completely finished. You want to come on and have our
final musings?
Final, and we'll just kind of plan that around his schedule.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Brightlord, you're probably going to, when he comes on, we're all going to really want to talk at once. So you're probably going to have to moderate us kind of strictly.
Yes.
Because we're all going to be excited and going,
We'd be like, God, please talk to us.
Yes.
I don't know. Every time he comes on, he does kind of just take over the whole thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't even mean to, though.
He is the king of the D&D hatedom.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one hates him like he does. No one hates him like he does.
Yeah, like I don't. It's kind of like his hatred of D&D is legendary.
Well, I've loved seeing it develop, like, because I found him before season 7, and I remember hearing his season 7 predictions, and just the cascade as it went down and down and
Yeah,
I wish.
And he accurately predicted season 8, like pretty much to a T. Almost.
Well, yeah, season 7 too, though, and Christ, like
it's just kind of weird that like he's a very good pattern recognition person. Like he's very good at that. I do have to say that this has been a wild ride, and I'm kind of happy that it's done.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to finish it today, and that we can kind of move on to other things. We can kind of move on to a less contentious topic: the Star Wars prequels next week.
Hooray!
Well,
we will be I am going to be much kinder to the prequels than I would be to this show.
Okay, so my last words on this. My last words on the Game of Thrones for now. Dipshit, fuck you. Dumbass, fuck you. Brilliant cockman, fuck you. And bless you to everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
difference between the prequels and this is that Lucas actually knows how to write.
And it's just like I just like say it's a less contentious topic. I imagine we're going to get both prequel stans in the chat saying, "You don't get the prequels," as well as prequel haters being, "You are not nearly hard enough on these movies." And if I get that, I will be happy.
Yeah, whereas with Game of Thrones, I mean, pretty much everyone here agrees that it ended up being raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we saw this book to the end. Maybe as part of it, maybe it was part of something we'll read the reviews.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that.
Yeah, we will. Let's kind of take a break for a while and then come back to it after we've done a few like test streams. To how about the next one? To take a break. Why don't we do Sanderson on Monday and talk about like why Sanderson is so successful?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Question,
Sanderson.
Yeah, he's the current God Emperor of fantasy. He's eclipsed Martin both in terms of output and quality in some cases.
He wrote Stormlight, remember?
I don't know what that is.
Stormlight Archive. The only problem is that we'll have to keep from doing spoilers. Pardon me, because some of I've almost finished with book 4.
Are you trying to chew on something?
Oh dear, I need to catch up then.
I think that we can kind of do like spoiler less and just kind of talk about like how he formulates his characters and stuff like that rather than and we can kind of use at least like the book that we've already read, Way of Kings, as kind of an example of like how he does his endings. And I just won't talk about the best ending so far, which is Words of Radiance. At least I think that's the best one.
I haven't finished it yet, unfortunately.
I am about, I think, a third from the end.
I would love is if Neff and Brightness Neff and Brightness Becca we could do like a live reaction to one of the later one of the later chapters. I think that would be really, really funny.
All right.
Yeah, because I think that like it would be like watching a football game. Only much more interesting.
It'll be like
football.
watching season 8 of Game of Thrones, episode 3, and that one bar.
I'm here for that, but it'll be better than that.
How dare you compare Brandon Sanderson to D&D?
Yeah, you're damned now.
Don't sully the good name of Dungeons and Dragons, done.
Okay.
Yep, you're damned.
Yeah.
What are you
Without
talking
going
about?
into like the actual spoilers of it, the
He has infiltrated the chat. Kill him.
Oh no.
No. I swear I won't do it. No!
Alrighty. Well, we will go into next week. I think next Monday we will be talking about Brandon Sanderson and why Brandon Sanderson has had significant success. I think both like in terms of like marketing, but also content. And it mainly started with Elantris, and I'll kind of like I'll talk a little bit about Elantris since it was his first book. I think the major reason, but I'll kind of talk about Brandon Sanderson in terms of like Wheel of Time, since I think that was the major boost to his career. But we'll talk about that on Monday. Anyway,
I think I've hit a rock.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for coming. I've greatly appreciated you guys sticking around with this ride, and thank you for allowing us to finish this book completely in one stream rather than having to do it again Monday, so that we can be freed up to do other things. And until then, we will say bye.
Adieu.
Bye.